What's going on, my peoples? It's your boy, Mr. OBF. Welcome to the OBF the Network, people. Make sure you guys hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, so you guys get the live streams when we go live, people. Let's get it in, man. So this dude, Max Miller, got allegations. He's a House representative. He's running for a seat again in Ohio, and this dude, got some horrible allegations against him for definitely his ex-wife. He got another accusation that he settled out of court with, civil suit with one of Trump ex aides or something, right? Where he alleged of sexually, abusing her. He got mainly, I don't think it's sexual assault shit. It's abuse. He's like an abusive motherfucker. And then he got another allegation from when he was in high school where he pushed a girl down the steps in high school. So this motherfucker been having allegations about him since he been in high school. And it's probably more than that than we all know of. But anyway, Trump, I just don't understand why Trump and these mega politicians, why people expect these people to give a fuck about women. They don't care about women. And then it really bothers me about the women that are mega. Like, why would y'all think these men care about y'all? They demean y'all. But anyway, let's get it in. And then we got the shit about Brandon Tatum. He's out here cooning like he always do, out here blaming black people for some shit that we didn't do. It's like lies. It's like making up lies and shit. It's sad, bro, to see this dude go out like this, man. This nigga is in a sunken place as a black person. This shit it's sad. But let's get into it, people.
I know Max, he's a good person. I mean, I always thought he was a very good person. And I'm going to let the families figure that out. But it's accusations, and I'm going to let them figure that out.
President Trump publicly standing by embattled Republican Congressman.
You know how fucked up that is, bro? That it is women standing behind this dude when he's speaking like this. He going to let the family work this out. Nigga, these are abuse accusations, assaulting his kids, assaulting his wife, ex aide or somebody that worked in your administration before that came to you and Melania Trump and told you what this dude has done to her, allegedly. And like what's so bad about this? This is happening under his watch. And I think that's what's so fucked up about it. But it's like, yo, I thought he a good dude. Like, I don't give a fuck about him being a good dude. I'd have told him, like, look, man, you got, like, let me explain something to y'all, man. Like, and this is what bothers me about people that got money, right? If somebody says they throw accusations that I abused or sexually assaulted a woman, nigga, I am suing them right away. Soon them allegations come out and I find out who said it. I am suing you. I am not going to play defense to this shit. I'm playing offense. No, hell no. I don't understand why, like, and this is why they be like, these accusations is not, no, listen, just say you ain't even do it, right? The accusations ain't true. It just listen, people, somebody saying that you sexually assaulted or abused somebody, listen, niggas, let me say niggas, I don't care who you are, a lot of people gonna look at you like you did it. People gonna look at you like you iffy. Just being real. Like, these ain't back in the day where they would sweep this type of shit under the rug. And just because the Republican Party, I said it, the Republican Party as a whole defends this shit. They want to bring that normal shit back of where when women say they've been sexually abused and assaulted, they just like, oh, it's just allegations. Okay, it's allegations. But a nigga better, whoever it is getting accused of that, better be coming to clean this shit right up right away. I don't give a fuck. Like, first of all, people trying to, like, when these allegations come up, they listening to people telling them how to handle it. No, bro, it's one way to handle it. Come straight out. Look, I don't know what the hell they talking about. I didn't do that. This woman is a lie. I'm straight out of the gate. She's a liar. And if she keep on pushing this narrative, I'm suing her ass. Like, I just don't understand how these dudes they got money. It's one thing if you ain't got no money. I get that. When you got money, nah, bro, I'm suing you. If I could pay for a lawyer to try to get this, brush this shit under the rug, I'm getting a lawyer to sue you. I got enough money to do that. That's why this shit never looks good when these allegations come out. But anyway, you already, it's almost like you're already guilty before you got to prove to be innocent. Right? It's not that we got to wait to see if somebody is found guilty of some shit. It's not that no more. I don't care who you are. It's, even as a man, I look at certain men differently when allegations come out if they're not clearing that shit up. You remember when the shit with Big Tigger? Niggas like, come on, Big Tigger. Niggas ain't even get all the information and niggas automatically was like, this nigga Tigger. Not Tigger. We disappointed. And dude, we started seeing the videos. I'm like, fuck, hold on, bro. But what Big Tigger I think he did put a statement out that he didn't do it, but it was like the shit was just lingering. You don't let shit like that linger. Shit look bad. Shout out to my brother Bell in the building. What up, brother Bell? You don't let this type of shit linger, man. Let's move on.
Even as his former press secretary launches a new legal battle against Miller. So on Monday, Stephanie Grisham's lawyer filed for a temporary restraining order against Miller. Now she's suing him for breaking the terms of a non-disclosure agreement, an agreement that stems from 2021. And in a Washington Post op-ed, Grisham had written about abuse allegations dealing with an ex-boyfriend, and Miller sued her at the time, but they settled out of court and agreed not to disparage each other publicly. Grisham now claims Miller violated the deal.
Now, mind you, he sued her, but he still settled. Listen, if I'm suing you, I'm not selling. I'm not settling. I'm not settling. Because you threw my name out there, you put my name in dirt already. It's out there already. And if something come up and like me trying to run again, it's gonna come out again, because that's usually, I think that's what happened. He wound up talking about it because the allegations was out there already. No, I'm not settling. You know how stupid that is? Yo, you know you innocent. You sue the motherfucker, you sue the chick, and you settle. Because you're suing because you're saying you're the victim of allegations that fucking with your reputation. So you're the victim, and then you settle? Nah, fuck all that. And people are like, well, what's the difference if the victim settle? It's different. It's different with a victim. Because the victim is basically, even if they settle, they basically saying the motherfucker, if they went for the settlement, that means the motherfucker still admitting that he did it. Regardless if it got some type of gag order on it or something. I'm probably using I should be using probably another word. But some in the contract they say you can't talk about it, right? So you still kind of won. It's still, you still look, listen, I still look at a motherfucker that settled shit like that, especially sexual assault, people that settle, you can't do that shit now. I'm just telling you, that shit is going to be what you can. It's not going to go away just because you settle. I'm just telling you that the allegations is still going to be there. I'm just being real about it. You better off going to court, win or lose. Fuck that. Anyway, let's move on. And then mind you, she's resuing him again because this nigga started talking about it when he ain't supposed to be talking about it. Come on, man. It was almost like these niggas don't understand you can put something in writing like that. You can't speak about that shit. And see, that's the bad part about it with settling shit. Come on, man.
Back in June.
Without question, every allegation should be taken seriously. What should be noted is that allegation came out on the same day as somebody's book launch. And the other part what I would like to discuss is my ex-wife was with me every single day during that time of my life and that election. And she, in her own words, will tell you that I never did any of those things, and she never saw evidence of me ever doing those things, and that was nothing more than somebody trying to get notoriety.
Well, you shouldn't have settled. See, listen, I'm telling you this. People keep saying shit over and over again. I don't care if your wife stood by you. Maybe you wasn't abusing her at the time. Listen, and sometimes the spouse could be getting abused. And we don't know about it. We didn't know the wife was being abused. He could have been fucking her up then. Yo, nigga, but you settled. Listen, it could be, it's a small percentage that this dude could be telling the truth that he didn't do none of this shit. Right? But it don't matter. When you sue somebody and then you settle with them, nah, bro. Not that, and you're suing because you've been accused of some shit. You don't settle that. You take that shit all the way to court. I don't give a fuck if they turn over some secrets or whatever, nigga. I don't care if they secrets, whatever. That's secrets, but I ain't abused nobody. I ain't attack, assault anybody. Like, nah, bro. Like, you don't settle that. And then you sit there and it's like, this was trying to get notoriety. It could be true, but you settled. It don't matter at that point. That's why the accusations are still there. Because the accusations was public and it didn't go nowhere. And they know that you settled. Like, what is wrong with it? Like, these people slow. People slow. People slow. Let's move on.
At Harry Lee, political correspondent at Spectrum News, she conducted that interview with Congressman Miller. This is a fascinating conversation that you got to have with him. Before we get to the allegations within his family and ex-wife, can you talk about this issue with Stephanie Grisham? Why they are all of a sudden back in court?
First of all, this is not fascinating. This is stupidity on his part, if he is innocent, right? And then the other part is, if he ain't innocent and he did do this shit, like the galls of this dude. The galls of this dude. Let me just explain to y'all like this. I don't give a damn what he said at this point. I most likely believe that you did beat your wife. Because you know why? Because you settled the goddamn lawsuit that you brung up against your ex-girlfriend. You sued her. She didn't sue you. You sued her. Or maybe you was just trying to get the upper hand on her because you knew she was going to sue you. For all the fuck we know. But by you settling, it's a very high possibility, I believe, that you abused your wife and your kid. Dumbass. These people stuck on stupid. And people, it is a small percentage, I feel, that he might not have did the shit. But there's a high possibility, I believe he did it. These people, man, this is not interesting. And this is about allegations of assault, of abusing women and children. Because the shit with his ex-wife is about his kid. But, and then, like I said, that's why I said it's a small percentage that this shit ain't true. They going through custody battles and shit. You know how shit get ugly going through custody battles or just breakups. And you got a kid. You ain't got to be married. Just having a kid. Your girlfriend, boyfriend, live together, some shit and break up. Come on, man. Everybody know how that go. Women will make up shit. Some women, I ain't say all women, but some women will make up some shit. That's why, listen, man, you listen, I never go do that shit with my wife. You ain't got to put me on child support. You ain't got to put me on none of that shit. Look, she need, I got it. I know my wife is very independent and shit like that, so our shit will move smoothly. And nigga, ain't no fighting over my daughter. My daughter most likely is going to live with her mom. But I want to be, if I want to get her, I want to get her. I'm gonna be there in her life. Like you get what I mean? Like I said, you can't predict how relationships will end. They can end bitter. And I get that part. But I don't play that shit with my kid. I don't give a fuck with women. This is the real reason why I was so glad I did a lot of fuck shit, like fucking around. Yeah. When I was young and fucking around, fucking different chicks and shit. And I got blessed not to get none of these chicks pregnant. Oh man. Whew. I see the shit that a lot of my dudes go through that I know, my homies and shit. Cousins, family. Nah, bro. I couldn't deal with that shit. You know what I mean? I be seeing niggas like get unmasculated with some of their exes. They exes be like disrespecting the shit out of them and they be holding a cool. Baby moms be talking to them grimy in front of people and shit. You know what I mean? And like yelling and screaming out in public and shit over disputes. Like this shit be weird, bro. Then I see the dudes sometimes be like, yo, you niggas look stupid. The woman looks stupid, but you look stupider. You look more stupid. It's like I always tell people when you're sitting there arguing with your woman and shit in public like that. Like, yo, you look like the aggressor regardless. Especially if you get on the same level as her of anger and yelling and screaming. Like, you look stupid. You look like you the aggressive. You don't look right. The woman gonna look like it's gonna look like you verbally abusing your woman. It just look that way. I'm just saying. That's why I don't like arguing with my wife. Especially not in public. That shit is the stupidest shit in the world. Like I don't know. The older I get, some of the shit I see, yo, is just like, yo, can't believe people do stupid shit like this. But anyway, let's move on.
They're back in court partly because of that interview in their non-disclosure agreement back in 2021. It appears this was a confidential agreement, so we didn't know until she filed this suit. But it appears that they agreed not to disparage each other. And she's saying that in that interview, by denying the claims that she made, as well as the claims by his now ex-wife, that he broke that agreement. And as you know, yesterday, she also filed a restraining order.
Right, because he's basically saying there are not multiple.
No, mind you, the restraining order, I think that's just some gimmick shit. That she just being petty. At this point, she don't feel like this nigga is a danger, but I think she's trying to play some type of political game, or you get what I mean? It's some type of game she playing because she don't. Why you didn't get no restraining order before, but now you get one now because you suing them? Like, you get what I mean? So I like that. The whole thing of her getting a restraining order on the dude, I ain't feeling that. I ain't feeling that at all. She playing games. And this is what I mean by when people play games with shit. You don't play with this sexual assault or assaulting like that's a no. Like I'm automatically on the defense when people do that shit. Like, you want to, no lie to you, you want to take a man's side right away because you know some women do fuck shit. But a lot of times, that shit is true that these niggas be doing that shit. Because you don't know what niggas do behind closed doors. You don't know what men be doing behind closed doors, bro. That's why I don't like with the celebrities and shit. I get it, they celebrities, so their life is just gonna be put out there, or they got some type of fame with them. Politicians, I don't like that shit. I don't like getting in people's business like this. I don't like this shit. I genuinely don't. It's like, remember the dude that did last time, the dude was talking about Roland Martin shit. I don't really like getting into that type of shit because you don't know what's behind the scenes, what's going on in people's lives. You don't. That's why I don't hold people. You put people on pedestals and shit. I don't give a fuck who they are. You don't put people on pedestals like that. You only can go by what a person presents. That's all you can go by. You don't know what motherfuckers actually genuinely be doing behind closed doors. Unless you with this motherfucker every day, you that close to him. Like, you get what I mean? Even if you that close to him, if you don't live with a motherfucker, you don't know what he be doing behind closed doors, or he or she. You see people all the time, yo. You wouldn't expect that would cheat on people. You're like, not him. And then you be like, oh shit, damn, they cheat. Like, you wouldn't expect certain shit. I always tell people the hardest thing to control emotionally is sexual shit. That's hard to do. That's very hard. I don't give a fuck if you're married, you've been married for years, or you just got married, or you devoted to the person that you with. It's hard, bro. Just the interest of a person showing you interest, you know, especially if you're attracted to them, right? It's it's hard to kind of turn shit down. That's why it's very hard for people not to cheat. That's why the hardest thing being in a relationship, not to cheat. All the other shit, that shit you just got to work on through years or work on yourself. Like, you know what I mean? But cheating, that emotion, I always tell people this. You know how much pussy I turned down? Crazy. I still get hit on to this day. Like, you get what I mean? You catch vibes. You know when people trying to, get with you and shit. They don't know if you married or not. Sometimes, like, especially I'll be at work, they don't know. I don't wear my wedding ring when I work and shit. I don't want to fuck my ring up. But yeah, man, you can't be. That's the hardest thing. Shout out to my brother LT in the building. What up, LT? Shout out to little bro. Listen, I tell people this about that, right? They act like just because black women vote more Democrat than men, they pressure us into voting. A lot of black men is pressured into voting for Democrat, right? It's not like it's so much off of the percentage. It may be about 10%. And the reason that a lot of that is because black women vote more than men. Black men. They do. A lot of times black men, they out working and shit. So a lot of us don't work. And some of us, listen, I always keep saying this about black men. Black men are a little bit more conservative than black women. We just are. Because we're simple. You know what I mean? Black women are more progressive than black men. We more conservative. We got more of a like conservative outlook and shit. Right? Our kids and our wife and our family teach us how to be more progressive because we're just conservative type of people. We're simple people, right? We think simply. So yes, part of what he said is partly true, but that's just because when you in a marriage and you respect your wife, if you respect your wife or respect the woman that you with, yeah, she's supposed to have an effect on you on a moral level, right? Like black women vote morally, right? Black men, we vote more financially, right? So that's why I said it's more conservative with us, right? But black women teach us how to be more progressive of shit, looking at different shit, right? Like we're not this we're just different type of people. Like men are different than women. It's just is what it is, right? And a lot of times with black men, our daughters make us more conscious about things, right? Because if you have like a boy, you kind of be like, you know, you're a little boy, a young man, like you know, you teach him men shit. But you have a girl, it changes your perspective of shit. So a lot of times it ain't just your wife, it's your daughters. It's your goddaughters, it's your nieces and shit, your sisters and shit. Like that shit has an effect on you. So you start to look at life a little different. You start to be like, damn, I need to change as a man, or I need to, you know, pay more attention of how this shit affects women, of how even I think. So listen, yeah, women, if you want to say black women, fine. But women changes men of how we look at things. They just do. We simple with shit. It's simple for us. We just simple-minded people. I mean, simple-minded gender type of people. We just are. That's just how men are. We built differently as far as thought process. Shit is simple to us. We don't, some shit ain't gray areas for us. Some shit is just right and wrong. Some shit is like, nah, that shit ain't cool. You know what I mean? But sometimes we don't see the gray area. That's where your woman come in. That's where women come in. Your daughters, your nieces, your little cousins, your girl cousins, your goddaughters. That shit comes in. You listen, you know how you treated women, right? So when you have a kid, you probably didn't give a fuck because you know, you was young. Boy, you ain't care. But when you have a daughter, it changes your perspective of how you allow other dudes to come at your daughter. But if you ain't showing your daughter that you're a respectable man and you know what I mean, you're not like that, then what you think your daughter gonna see? She gonna pick up behaviors just like she'll pick up your behavior of how she thinks she should be treated by a man, just like a woman would. Like she would pick up from a woman, from her mother. It's the same shit. Listen, some people are stuck back in the day, bro. I used to think a lot of shit. I used to feel a lot of ways about a lot of shit. Some people, I always say this, some people are just immature ass people. They don't grow. Right? They think everything is so simple. It's not. Everything's not simple. You get what I mean? People scared of shit that they can't understand. It don't matter who you are, what race you are. People are scared of shit they don't understand. So people want to say, nah, I like this shit because this shit, right? I'm comfortable here. Right? Some people don't like to be uncomfortable. Some people are scared of change. They scared of evolution. They felt better when shit was simple for them. You know what I mean? You know, that just is what it is. Let's move on.
Right? He doesn't want this to sound like it's piling up. And so he reached back to this conversation and she's like, no, keep me out of it.
Yes.
All right, so let's talk about the Moreno family. The senator, Bernie Moreno, has been obviously like very upset and frustrated.
But you know what bothered me even about the woman that is accusing this dude? You work for Trump and them. You know what type of person Trump was. Right? You've been around these mega dudes. Right? It bothers me with these mega women that all of a sudden they see the light all of a sudden. Even with mega people, period. It just annoys me. Like, you knew this motherfucker was like this. And like, why did God take something for you? Like, what bothers me about people like this, especially mega people, they don't care about shit until it happens to them. Like, I know shit happens to other people. That's why I don't morally rock. Like, I don't morally rock with people that do shit, like certain shit that I don't fuck with. Right? Not because it happened to me a lot of the time. Sometimes it ain't got to happen to me at all. I can just feel people's pain. I can understand, like, you get what I mean? It ain't got to happen to me. It ain't got to come that close to for me to understand it. That is morally wrong or is fucked up. You know what I mean? Or that shit is bad. Like, you know, that's what bothers me. Now, listen, the country is like that. Right? A lot of the society is like that with the people in it. Like, it's just crazy people don't care about others. Like, you get what I mean? Like I said, I come from a different generation too, man, where people cared about each other. You know what I mean? Yeah, we mistreat each other a little bit. You know what I mean? But when shit boiled down, we took care of each other. You know? I just don't understand. Like, we're just in a different fucked up time. And the crazy part about it is this is not even new. This shit happened generations before us. Right? A lot of this shit that we're seeing. Like, all it's doing is recycling each other, recycling the same problems, and we just ain't fixing it. Or we want to get, like, they're trying to go back to some shit that's when people felt more comfortable. Like, who the fuck feel comfortable or okay with people being sexually assaulted or abused? Like, what the fuck? Like, nigga, I'm not okay with that. I'm a grown ass man. I got godkids, nieces, nephews. I don't want my nephews to think it's okay to put hands on women. I got a daughter. Like, what the fuck is wrong with people? But, you know, we just live in a fucked up time of society, man.
He has called for Miller to step down, saying he shouldn't be in Congress anymore. Joining him, Senator Shelley Moore Capito and Roger Marshall. Are we going to see any other senators speak up?
I think Rick Scott might have said something to that effect. Yeah, I don't know.
When does it reach the House? The people who actually work with this guy.
I'm trying to understand too. Why y'all expecting these other people, representatives, these senators, these Congress people, these Republicans, to speak up about this? Right? They all voted for Trump. He has been civilly convicted of sexually assaulting and raping a woman. And they still voted for him. So why is everybody like, oh, why ain't nobody else speaking up? Why would they? Why would y'all expect that? Like, these people are weird to me. I don't understand why people so goddamn weird. Like, listen, when you present yourself, you side with people that do shit like that, then I'm not expecting you to do anything different. I always tell people, just imagine you're siding with this person that you know that did it. You know that this shit is true. And then I say, you don't really care about the victim, but when this shit happened to you, then now you care about certain shit like that. Now you want everybody to feel sorry for you. But luckily, I got morals and principles and shit. That shit shouldn't happen to no woman. Anyway, let's move on.
I think it's getting to that point now. We're seeing signals coming out of the White House where at least Trump is apparently privately saying that he doesn't think Max Miller can win re-election. That seems like the beginnings of kind of a subtle pressure campaign to convince this person to at least step aside from his re-election campaign. And
Listen, all this is about they trying to keep power. That's why Trump is saying what he's saying in front of everybody, good shit. But behind the scenes, he's telling the dude, hey man, this don't look good for you. But he ain't telling him he got to drop out the race yet. Right? They thinking this shit is just going to blow over. Nobody going to keep bringing this up. No, it's a story. You're running for re-election. This shit ain't going nowhere. But Trump is hoping, and the dude, what's his name? Max Miller, he think this shit is just going to go away. It's not. Because the Democrats is not going to let this shit go. Just like the dude in Maine that was the Democrat. Yeah, they can let the little Nazi shit. You can kind of say, look, the dude ain't no blah, blah, blah. You can make all the excuses. That shit can kind of go away. Because at this point, at this time, do people really care about racism? Because we in a time where people don't really care, a lot of people. People can be the most racist motherfucker, you still vote for them. It's just craziness. I've been said, like, when that shit came out with the dude, I wouldn't vote for that dude. I'm not pushing people to go vote for this dude. No. Hell no. But, yeah. This shit ain't going to... Then the sexual assault shit started coming out. He had no choice but to get the fuck out of there. Yo, ain't nobody... This shit ain't going nowhere, bro. And you running for a re-election? It's one thing you already in office. It's another thing when you running to keep your seat. Or you running to get a seat. No, this ain't going nowhere. Ain't going nowhere. Like I said, the dude will be stupid. Trump and them, the MAGA people will be stupid. And number one, they not Donald Trump. I don't know why these candidates think they're Trump. You're not Trump. I don't give a fuck if Trump endorse you. You're not Trump. Move on.
Reason for that, even aside from kind of the details of the allegations, this is a district that Republicans would worry about losing if Max Miller is on the ballot in November. That's the same with some of the other congressmen which we're talking about.
But now we're talking about family. So for instance, Senator Moreno, like I said, he put out a statement where he says, as he admitted privately, Max Miller needs serious...
You know the bad part about it? This dude is a Republican. This is a Republican ex-wife that this happened to, right? And you know the bad part about it? Just because I have morals and principles, I feel sorry for this woman, right? I think this dude should go. I'm not feeling this dude. But her father, I'm like, yo, I don't care how he feels. Like this dude, like, yo, you voted for a sexual assaulter. And then, like, even with the woman, like, you married a dude that voted for a dude was okay with sexual assault, that was convicted civilly of sexually assaulted and raping a woman. I just don't understand some of these people. They thought process, and now people supposed to feel sorry for them. I do because I have morals, and I don't think that should happen to anybody, but definitely not a woman or a child. You know what I mean? So, yeah, man, like, I don't know, man. I ain't victim blaming here. I'm just saying, like, I can see how people, because a part of me think that way, but my moral principle, it takes over that part of how I think about that. Like, why the fuck would I care that she got sexually assaulted? She voted for a sexual assault. Like you get what I mean? She married a dude that had allegations of sexual assault and not sexual assault, but abuse, and she married a dude that voted for a dude that voted for a sexual abuser and a rapist civilly. Like you get what I mean? So I understand some people be like, man, fuck her. I get it, but my moral principles wouldn't allow me to do that. It's just certain shit that I wouldn't be okay with. I don't think it's okay. That's my opinion. But let's move on.
Psychological help. He's a danger to my daughter. I hold my breath every minute he has custody of my granddaughter. And then also this audio obtained from earlier this year. Emily Moreno is telling police about an incident on New Year's Eve where she alleged that Miller held a gun to her head when she was changing their infant daughter. So just give you a moment to listen to this.
So when does the gun come into play?
When I'm changing.
And what does he do?
Holds it on me.
Holds it on you? Okay, can you show me where he held it to you? No, hey, it's okay, that's fine. That's fine. Like I said, that's a hard thing to talk about.
Has he said?
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. And listen, I'm not victim blaming here. I'm saying now this woman cares because this shit happened to her and her child. What about other women? Look at who you stand by. Look who you support. Like, I don't understand these people. I genuinely don't get it. And all I can do is feel sorry for the woman. That's just my moral compass. But I can see how people like, man, fuck her. No, now she's affected. Like, I don't know, bro. Like I said, I understand the side of people saying, fuck her. I can understand it. But I don't understand her side. Like, far as now you affected by, now you care because it happened to you. And listen, like I said, this woman could be lying. It's a small percentage, I believe, that she lied. But I believe a big percentage, I believe her.
About this incident or others, because I know he released his own Dropbox of audio, so he does want people to kind of hear his side as he's denying these allegations.
Yeah, and I think that's part of the problem, is that he keeps releasing more and more information and more evidence that can then be used against him in certain cases. He does deny that this incident even happened.
What does he say about his father-in-law? Has he talked about what's going on?
Listen, I'm going to tell y'all something. It is possible, a small percentage, that it's possible that this situation, getting these allegations happen more than once, it's possible that this didn't happen, right? That he's telling the truth. But I always tell people, it's a very, very high percentage that you dealing with different women and you have, all right, the first one, you know what I mean? Right? But the second one, nah, nigga, no. Ain't nobody gonna keep saying that these women are not gonna keep coming out saying that you abused them or sexual assault. People are not gonna continue to keep saying that. They're not gonna keep saying that. Sorry. Because first of all, I mean, you gotta learn your lesson from the first shit. Even if you settled the first time, right? Or you kind of got away with it, or it wasn't true, but you got away with it through a legal thing, right? Out of that listen, that shit is not happening again. I'm making sure of that shit. And listen, for a woman to fuck with a dude that been accused of sexually assaulting a woman, another woman, You gotta question the woman that'll fuck with you. Like you gotta question that woman. Like, hold on, you just gonna fuck with a dude that got allegations? First of all, I'm not. Listen. First of all, the wife. I'm not victim blaming. The wife. It's part of her own fault because he settled in a lawsuit that he brung up against his ex-girlfriend, and he settled that. That should ring off. A bell should go off for the ex-wife. Like, hold on, what you settling for, Nick? Like, seriously. Like, but I don't know. People logically don't think that way. That should would have been a red flag for me. If I'm his ex-wife, like, what the fuck?
Non-publicly.
So for a long time, he said that they could work together. He said that he could walk and chew gum at the same time. But after a while, he was saying that his father-in-law was helping his daughter, enabling her in what he said was lying. And so that is when he started taking to social media to criticize him. Bernie Marino didn't say anything for a very long time. His team consistently said no comment until Sunday. And that is when he released that scathing post on X.
First of all, that's how you know the father ain't shit. Let me tell you something. If my daughter or my sister, like even when my sister, she came to me and she was fucking with some dude, and she came to me and said the nigga put his hands on her and shit. And I got with the family. We was great. This nigga was ready to die. I put it that way. We was ready to kidnap this nigga and chop his motherfucking ass up. And we don't play that shit. My people don't play that. So when we get ready to go down there and do this shit, and she knew I was getting ready to do it, she started defending this nigga. What? I said, oh, nah. Okay, I said, okay, you can keep letting him whip your ass. But I said this. I told my sister this. I told all my sisters this. Or any of my girl cousins, whoever, nieces, whoever. If you defend that nigga one time in front of me and you tell me this nigga beat your ass and you defend this nigga, you ain't got to worry about me doing nothing to him. Ever. Unless this nigga put his hands in front of you, I see it, then I'll kill his ass. But other than that, don't ever call me. If you ever defend a nigga putting their hands on you, don't ever call me. You get what I mean? So as a father, if my daughter tell me a nigga put his hands on her, even my daughter did that shit. She jumped in like, oh, nah. I'm like, oh, don't ever fucking call me. Like, seriously. But if my daughter tell me, yeah, this, that, blah, 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 nigga, hey, nigga, first of all, nigga, you gonna die. I put it that way. Put your hands on my motherfucking daughter. And she tell me, nigga, oh, I'm plotting to make sure I can get away with murdering you. Just letting you know that now. You better not ever come around me. Ever. So the father of this woman, like, he a fucking coward himself. I don't even give a fuck about my political career or my life like that. Nigga, this is my kid. He holding comments back and all this other shit. Nigga, nah. My daughter said you did it, nigga. I'm riding with that. That's your kid. That's your blood. Yes, could your daughter lie? Yeah, but in the moment, no. It's your kid. You know your kid better than you know that nigga. That's anybody. You know your family better than another motherfucker know your family. I don't listen. I only know you through my family member. I don't know you like that. I treat you like family. That's just the type of nigga I am, but I don't know you, nigga. I'll put it like this. I don't trust you more than I trust my family. My blood. Nah, fuck out of here. My daughter can't, man, hey, man. Nigga, you ain't got to worry about me saying nothing. I'm plotting to kill you. Your life is already in danger. Your life is already in danger. I don't give a fuck about the police. So I'm a different breed, nigga. I come from a different era of niggas, man. I raised different, bro. Nigga, you coming up missing. I tell you that shit. And I'm taking all the right steps to get rid of your ass. I ain't trying to get caught, but if I get caught, I really don't care either way. But of course, you know, I was a smart criminal when I did criminal behavior when I was in the streets. So, nigga, I'm a smart criminal, right? So I'm going to be plotting to make sure I can get away with it. It's premeditated. I don't give a fuck how they feel. Nigga, you think I'm being caught, you know, I shouldn't have did that? No. Fuck out of here, bro. There's certain shit you don't do. Let's move on.
So Miller's ex-wife, as you know, is not the only woman to accuse him of abuse. Former White House Press Secretary Stephanie Grisham, Trump's first-term press secretary, was also Miller's ex-girlfriend. She detailed an abusive relationship with an unnamed White House staffer in her memoir. Later, that was identified as Max Miller. Miller also denies these allegations. Stephanie Grisham was on the lead in 2021 talking about that relationship. Take a listen.
I had an ex that I dated, and there was abuse in every way there. And that's something I actually told the president and the first lady about. And they did nothing.
The person you're talking about, you don't name him in the book, but his name is Max Miller. He is running for Congress. And it's not just that President Trump, then President Trump, didn't do anything about it. Trump is now backing this guy for Congress.
Now mind you, listen, I'm not even going to lie to you. The ex-girlfriend, I don't trust her at all. Listen, I don't trust people like this. It's like I said, it's very highly possible that I believe that he probably did this shit to her. But it's a nice little percentage that I don't trust certain people, man. You voted for a sexual assaulter. You went to go work for a sexual assaulter. You're not going to get my full confidence that this shit happened to you. I'm just being honest about it. So listen, this shit could have happened to her. It's a high possibility that this happened, but I don't really. Listen, part of me don't believe this woman. That's my opinion. I ain't saying the dude is innocent. I'm just saying I don't believe her like she would think. And like I said, it is some women that out there that know how to play the game of saying this type of shit, putting that type of shit in the atmosphere. And it seems to me that she's one of those type of women. So I'm just being honest. But anyway, let's move on.
But it was like a gut punch when I saw that he endorsed him.
Now, in response to Grisham's book, then Trump said that Grisham shouldn't be taken seriously because she was, quote, very angry and bitter after the breakup. So the idea that President Trump is standing by a guy accused of some horrific behavior, abusive behavior, is not new.
No, it's not new. We've seen a long pattern of this with Trump, and Trump often feels that he's the victim and subject of false allegations and so forth. But I watched that video, and bad communications politically 101.
Yeah.
He looked like somebody on an episode of SVU where you're like, oh, he definitely did it. This is not how you want to communicate to your constituents. It's why the best thing to do would be to drop him now so you can replace him. And ultimately, as Republicans, we stood really tall against Graham Plattner on all the awful things that have been alleged about him. And thank God, yeah, and they got out. Let's do the right thing on our side now at this point.
But then I'm saying to these Republicans, you keep talking about you still are Republicans, but you can't be Republicans because your party voted for a person that sexually that got convicted civilly of sexually assaulting women and he admitted that he sexually assault women. So I'm like, yo, what the fuck is they talking about? Like I get upset of these people trying to have some type of moral high ground. Like, get the fuck out of here, bro. Right? Come on, please.
Joining me now, Democratic strategist Julie Roginski. She's also the author of the Substack column, Salty Politics. Julie, thank you for being here. I mean, the latest reporting is that Trump told Miller privately that his reelection is not going to be easy. But you heard his comments today where he called Miller a very good person and refused to get involved. What does that tell you?
Well, it tells me that Donald Trump.
Now, let me just say this too. Looking at this dude, honest opinion, he looked like he can get violent. He just got a violent looking face. Not saying he did the shit. I'm just saying he just looked violent, right? And he looked like a perv. I ain't even gonna lie. It looked like you know, I see people, they just look sneaky looking. They look like they be up to shit. That's how he be looking. I mean, that's how he look. Dishonest. He got a dishonest look. He's like he looked like he's capable of doing the shit that he's been accused of. But anyway, let's move on.
Couldn't care less about women. We've known that all along. We've certainly known that going back to the allegations against him over and over and over again. I think, in fact, he sees these kinds of allegations and automatically gets defensive and just believes the woman, or at least doesn't want to acknowledge that this is something that women should come forward and talk about. Look, this is not the first time that Max Miller has been alleged to be a domestic abuser. Stephanie Grisham, Donald Trump's former White House press secretary, publicly said that she told both the First Lady and President Trump during the first term that Max Miller had done this to her, and she said that they didn't really care. And I think that's probably one of the reasons that she ended up severing her ties to them. Look, how many times?
Yeah, but think about it. And that goes to the ex secretary, person, whoever she was. I get back down the board down to it again. It affects you, but you voted and you went to go work for a dude that admit of sexually assaulting women. He had these same allegations. For the sexual assault, that's just even worse to me, because you're abusing them physically because you holding them down and shit, or however it happens, right? And then you raping and, touching people inappropriately. Like, yo, come on, bro. Like, this is what I'm saying about these type of people. You want to, like I said, they lucky my humanity is good, still good, intact, right? And my morals is intact. Because, like, I can understand people, like, yo, what the fuck are you, why the fuck would we believe that he did this to you? Or even if he did, why would we care? Like, you didn't understand who you went to go work for? And then she said that kind of what made her kind of sever ties with Trump and Melania and them, because they didn't believe her? Well, you didn't believe the women that said that Trump sexually assaulted them? And then you had a nerve to go to him and tell him this dude sexually assaulted you, the dude that you voted for this nigga. You wanted to go work for him. Like, just imagine how these people think, man. Their thought process is all fucked up. And they want some type of credibility. Like, this shit is crazy, bro. Listen, like, when I think about how a lot of this shit be happening in politics, I'll be like, yo, this shit is actually worse than street shit. Because they're legally and morally getting away with this bullshit. But drug dealers, niggas in the streets, we know that's street shit. And they don't care nothing about it. Actually, all these people are bad. You don't want to understand none of them. But you get yourself involved in this politics shit and you side with people that you know allegations are there or motherfucker admit it's facts there and you ignore it for power. But you somehow better than a criminal. Shout out my sister Ashley in the building. Yeah, they did history last night. Them corporate Democrats is mad as shit, bro. I'll tell you that shit, my sister. They mad as a motherfucker. Them corporate Democrats mad at that shit. Like I said, it ain't over yet. Motherfuckers still got to get their ass out there and vote. Put that man up in there. It ain't over. Michigan, it ain't over. Put your ass out there in November. You know what I mean? But shout out to the Michigan voters, man. The ones that's voting like they supposed to vote. This like I said, this type of behavior, we're talking about this type of behavior, and there's no consequences for it. This motherfucker's still trying to run. He's still in the race. He don't think he did nothing wrong. Like, yo, this shit is. Let's move on.
The president need to hear from how many women that this man is not fit for office and that he's an abuser before he starts to take these concerns seriously. And while, of course, this is something that's between Emily Moreno and her ex-husband, it also has to do with who's fit or unfit for office. And this is not the first time the president has heard these kinds of allegations, and she is not the first woman from whom he's heard those kinds of allegations.
Now, Miller denies all.
I was telling this dude, I was like, yo, I'm Trump. I'd have told this nigga, if, Trump ain't got no morals. But if I'm Trump, I'm like, yo, hey, bro, you got to go. I'm pushing for somebody else. We bringing somebody else in, bro. You got to go. This is the second time. Come on, bro. The first time, come on, man. The second time, I'm going to let this shit go, nigga. Shame on me. The first time I gave you the benefit of the doubt. But the second time, no. I'm not allowing that. No, bro. You just ain't harming me politically. This is morally, I can't do this with you. You need to watch who you hanging around with. You got to watch like something. Even if it ain't true, you got to watch who you dealing with. So you're not a good judge of character. So I can't trust you to be in Congress. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, but Trump ain't going to do that. Trump is a sexual abuser his damn self. So.
Domestic abuse against him from every source. And I want to play you one moment from his statement yesterday it's been drawing a lot of criticism. Listen.
I didn't commercial. Hold on, y'all.
Statement yesterday it's been drawing a lot of criticism. Listen.
Only weeks later did the story of February 1st assault appear. So ask yourself, if I had assaulted her, would she have offered to cook me dinner 6 days later?
Look, I was a prosecutor for domestic violence cases, and I think it is so insulting to think that people could assume the behavior of somebody who was victimized. His statement, particularly crass.
First of all, and she right. Listen, let me explain something to you. The women that are not sexually, but are abused or even sexually abused, right? Because he probably was taking that pussy too. Like, that comes with it too, being abused like that. Listen, I've been around women that have been abused and sexually abused. Listen, bro, they get back to the routine, they scared. They look at that person as powerful. Sometimes a woman can be in shock that this shit is even happening to her. She almost normalized the behavior. Like, so, like, for this dude to come out and say, like, oh, if she felt this type of way about that, she should have just, why would she fix me dinner? Nigga, because you probably demand her have dinner in a certain type of way. And she's mentally fucked. And listen, and do you understand about women that are sexually abused or physically abused or both, right? Do you understand that they still love the person that abuses them? Right? Because they see outside of them abusing them, they still see the person that they was in love with. It's a psychological thing. It's a psychological thing. Anybody that know anything about abuse or sexually abuse of a woman, you know that. Shit, it happens to kids. Kids are lie. If they getting abused, they will lie for their parents. They still love their parents, nigga. They might be scared to fuck of them, but they still love them. Like this dude, when he said that, I'm like, oh, that's dumb. Oh my God, that's stupid to say. You look even more guilty. You act like the rest of us are stupid. Like, come on, bro. She still fixing me dinner. She still texting me and saying make dinner. Because, nigga, she's still in love with you, too, even though she been abused. She almost normalizing an abuse. That's how you know, like, never mind. We just amongst the stupid.
My prosecutorial experience, but how do you feel about how he's been addressing the allegations?
I mean, that made my blood boil probably more than anything else. How many times have we heard stories about women who, for whatever reason, can't leave or are just in no position to leave, particularly if they're mothers, particularly if they share a child with their alleged abuser? How many times have we heard women, for one reason or another, stay after being abused?
Right, and we all think because we like, yo, ain't never happened to us, so how the fuck they would allow that to happen to them? Why y'all keep allowing that to keep happening to you? You get what I mean? Like, but you don't know. Listen, a motherfucker could break you psychologically. This motherfucker, sexual assaulters and people that are men that abuse women, they are, how can I put this? They are programming that woman to be okay with it. And then you keep programming that person. And then you didn't start off, a lot of times these men don't start off abusing these women, right? They start off keeping them away from family and friends, controlling them psychologically, right? So this shit is deeper than what a lot of people think. People think, oh, she just got up and left. Nigga, what? Like, you can say that because it ain't never happened to you. And you ain't a woman. But like I said, people, a lot of people in this country stuck on stupid. This nigga it's like grooming. It is basically grooming. He's grooming her to take whatever I say. It could come from treating her all good, bringing her in, making her fall in love, then get to the point where certain shit that, look, don't do that. You do that, hey, smack it. Like, it's shit that happens with that, of controlling a person. People keep acting like the person that's abusing somebody is stupid. They're not stupid. They're very intelligent. They have done it before. They've been working on it. They've been planning it. Now you got certain motherfuckers that just got fucked up. They just fucked up and they just do shit randomly because they're emotionally fucking broken, right? All of them emotionally broken, but the motherfuckers that some of these dudes you hear about, they are very intelligent. They know exactly what they're doing. Well, why would she fix me dinner? Why would she call? Because nigga, and then she might have friends around her saying, hey, it's okay, you know, maybe you just gotta comply or submit to what he does, what he's saying. That is most likely a lot of MAGA shit telling women they have to comply. And you're talking about white women, and I keep saying this about white women. It's not just like trying to be bigoted or racist or nothing like that or stereotyping, but it's the truth. A lot of white women are submissive. You see it all the time. That's why you see more white women, if they're aggressive against their men, you see more of that than you see about black women. Yeah, they be like, oh, black women are very aggressive. They're aggressive, but in talking, but they're not really controlling shit, because once that man get to a certain point where you keep putting your hands on that nigga will turn tables on your ass. But them white women, they are very submissive, because that's their culture. That's how they was raised. So this white woman was very submissive. It wasn't that she was that scared of him. She was just submissive to him. She thought that I'm telling you, a part of how she probably thought was that I gotta be submissive to them. What he's saying, what he's doing, this is what is supposed to happen. When you see a lot of black women being abused like that, they submissive like that. That's a lot of that shit because they scared. Them white women, they're not scared as much as y'all think. I just want y'all to understand that. That's why I said the race is different. The culture is different. Them white women are submissive because they are raised to be submissive. Black women are not. That's why they be like, oh, black women sassy, they talk back and all that. Because nigga, they're not raised like that. Black women has been empowered by other black women and men. I don't want my daughter to be submissive to no nigga. Yeah, be submissive to your marriage, but don't be submissive to no man. You know what I mean? Treat your partner better treat you equal, but understand certain shit in your relationship is not going to be equal. Understand the balance of it. You got to understand. You got to teach people, right? If you knows about shit, teach your kids, girl or boy, teach them. Tell your man, like, look, if your girl is good in some nigga, let her run shit. It take less stress off of you sometimes. But like I said, white women are very more submissive than black women. They just are. That's why when you see black women fucking with white men, you see how submissive they are, right? But you still see their aggressiveness, right? And that's why you seeing the shit where the white dude wind up killing the black chick because she's not been raised to be submissive like that. She thought that that's how that shit go, but it's not like that. And so her culture, how she been raised, it came out, and that nigga probably killed her for that. Just telling you. You see it all the time. Let's move on.
Something happens, and sometimes we don't survive those situations. You know better than anybody else as former prosecutor exactly what happens in those kinds of situations. I've never been in that situation myself, but I certainly talked to enough survivors over the course of my nonprofit work to know that this is not atypical. So even if you take him at his word, that 6 days later she offered to cook him dinner, which is a very weird turn of phrase to begin with also. A little trad wavy there that he's putting her in that position. Look, you have the Republican senator from the state of Ohio, somebody who has zero interest in seeing a Democrat win the seat, break his silence after many, many, many days, for my opinion, waited a little too long to do that, finally say that he holds his breath when his granddaughter.
And let me say this too, because I've been here as a man. Listen, my wife was the breadwinner at a lot of pretty times in our relationship, right? And I'm home all the time. Nigga, after a while, you feel energy that you ain't contributing to anything. You like, all right, let me cook. She didn't work hard today. Let me go do these things. That's submitting to your wife in a way, but it's not like you some type of fucking not a man. It's just, nigga, you ain't working right now. You ain't got it like that. She doing it. You can't get nothing right now. You do shit. You do what she would normally do if she was home. You get what I mean? And then just imagine, it's some relationships where both people are working. Usually the kids wind up picking up, cleaning up if you got kids. Right? Or y'all got to pick and choose the days where y'all clean. Usually, I always tell people, if you with a spouse and y'all ain't got no kids, that's probably the cleanest fucking house ever. Because you ain't got no kids, it's only you and that person, so y'all ain't all around the whole fucking house dirtying up shit, unless your spouse ain't that clean, right? Depends who you fucking with. But give me 1 second, y'all. All right, people, I'm back. But yeah, like I told you, like no, man, I work, nigga. I ain't work today, but it be some days I work. But I usually don't cook on days I work because I usually get home late. But no, when I'm home on my days off and shit, I cook. That's what I do because I might got a taste for shit. And at the same time, it's a job with my daughter. My daughter, your kids is a job. I don't know. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. Your wife would be home all motherfucking day. You don't think that ain't no job to take care of kids. It is. That's a whole fucking job, bro. I've been home with my daughter, man. It might be easier for me because, you know, me and my daughter are kind of the same. But when she was very, very young, I had to keep an eye on her. So that's when your kids young, like, you got to keep an eye on them kids. You can't, like, doze off, take a nap and no shit like that. I still trying to only take naps with my daughter, and my daughter 10. I still don't take naps too much like that. But imagine you home with your kid all day, man. That shit ain't, being home with my daughter, like my wife go out and shit, nigga, that's like I feel like I'm still working. Because I ain't sleep. You know what I mean? I'm up. Watching cameras and shit in the house, you know what I mean? Making sure she good. You know what I mean? Like, so that's a whole fucking job by itself. So, you know, I'm off sometimes, yeah, nigga, I cook. Or I'll be like, look, I'm gonna pick something up. We gonna order out tonight or something. Like, yo, like people don't understand that. Some people don't understand that. Being home with a kid is a job. I don't care what nobody say. And I'm a man saying that. Nigga, listen, men don't watch kids. Like, I don't watch my daughter. I hope and pray nothing bad happens. I pay attention. But, you nigga, I'm not, yo, I'm not in tune of doing shit with my daughter. I watch my wife do shit with my daughter. You know what I mean? Yo, a man don't do a lot of that shit like that. So if it's a boy, it's a little different, you know. But when you got a girl, it's a little different, bro. My daughter's so much like me, antisocial a little bit, so she kind of do her own shit. So it's kind of like, even if it's just me and her in the house, it's just me and her in the house. She kind of do her own shit. She's antisocial. She do her own shit. She don't need me to be a part of shit. But when my wife come, they do shit together. That's their thing. You know what I mean? I'm more of, when we go out, you know, I'm more interactive when I take her out and shit. You know what I mean? Or we go out. But yeah, in the house, nah. My daughter don't fuck with me like that. You know what's so bad? Yo, every day my daughter, if I got a day off, my daughter be like, Daddy, you ain't got to work today? Because I work a lot. Right? She expect me to go to work every fucking day. So when I got a fucking day off, she like, oh, Daddy, you going to work today? Nah. I'm off today, boo. You know what I mean? Oh, okay. And the next day she say the same shit. And if she don't see me in here, she know I'm at work. Like, you know what I mean? That's how she, you know what I mean? That's how your kid think. You know what I mean? So my wife, like, when, you know, went back to work and shit, my daughter probably lose her fucking mind. Honestly. Anyway, let's move on.
Is in the presence of her father. And that's still not good enough for the president of the United States to listen to a senator of his own party, somebody who he supported and continues to support very strongly politically. Still, this isn't good enough. I mean, at some point, I think, look, I don't care if you're a Republican or a Democrat. Democrats just went through something similar, although allegations are not quite.
Listen,
like
you
this.
keep bringing up Democrats to try to play both sides of this. It's not a both sides thing. This is a moral thing. And I don't like when people do that. I understand it's politics with all this shit. But, yo, this is a moral thing. And stop pretending that the Republican Party got morals. They don't stand for shit. They don't have morals. So why you keep trying to compare what the Democrats and them do? I don't care if it's a Democrat or a Republican. It doesn't matter to this one because we already know what the Republican Party is. So why are you comparing that shit to Democrats? You can't keep comparing that shit. Hey, come on, man. Shout out to my brother talking in the middle. What up, Talk? Listen, that might be a certain area that you at, but that motherfucker got elected. And he might not be, I don't know about the polls there in Ohio, but you know, like I said, Ohio is a purple state. But yeah, man, I get what you're saying, but you know, these races is, bigots and racists. Listen, I listen. Do I think people are not going to vote for him because of this scandal? If they MAGA? No. I don't think so. Even some independents, I don't think so. I'm just being honest about it. Especially if they white. Because, I listen, I ain't gonna lie to you. It's not to disrespect all white people. I don't trust white people to do the right thing. I just don't. My honest opinion, I just don't expect white people to do the right thing when it comes to elections. I just don't. Not no more. That's how I feel about Mexicans. I just don't. The Jewish community, all of them. I don't trust none of the minorities, none of the white folks. I don't trust y'all no more to do the right thing. I just don't no more. Like, you gotta prove that shit to me now. And I'm not giving people the benefit of the doubt and none of that shit. I'm assuming the worst. They probably will vote for this nigga. They probably will vote for him again and put him back in office because they so goddamn racist and bigoted. So yeah. This is what it is. no disrespect, talk. I'm not trying to downplay people don't like a lot of people don't and they don't like him and his father-in-law. I'm not saying that, but I just you might be talking to people that ain't MAGA. So that's a difference. But now when it comes to Republicans, I don't trust Republicans. I just don't. Move on.
But still, very bad allegations in Grand Platner in Maine. You have to stop and just think, this should not be a partisan issue. It doesn't matter if somebody has a D or an R after their name. And I said that about Grand Platner months ago and got a lot of into a lot of trouble from members of my own party for saying so. But I say this to my Republican friends, my God.
You keep saying it, and we should get in trouble for it because of the simple fact that it is a difference. That's why you got pushed back from the Democrat Party. Because you keep trying to act like they're the same. They're not. The dude from Maine or whatever, listen. That was complicated in a way, but it wasn't. I didn't fuck with him because, like I said, let me just say this. It is very, very rare. Very, very rare that people get tattoos and they don't know what they mean. A lot of times with like Chinese tattoos, that's something different. But you're talking about Nazi shit. No, So I never fuck with Joe from the jump. I wouldn't vote for him. I didn't tell people to go out and vote for him. Fuck that shit. I'm not siding with Democrats on that. When Bernie Sanders went, I'm like, yo, what the fuck you doing, Bernie? Nah, bro. On a certain, it's certain levels at Democrat. That's what bothers me about Democrats. There's certain levels. No, we can't cross certain lines, bro. And then they want to cross lines with socialism, though. They think that's social shit. That's social. These corporate Democrats, they don't cross lines. Then no, we don't believe in that. But you okay with putting this dude in here that you believe that he didn't know that was a Nazi tattoo that he got? Get the fuck out of here, bro. That's that bothers me about Democrats, especially corporate Democrats. His mainly was corporate Democrats, and then Bernie all them try to go. Now get the fuck out of here, bro. No. Now it's a possibility that he didn't know, but it's highly doubtful somebody didn't know that was a Nazi tattoo. But people gave him the benefit of that. But when sexual assault shit comes, listen, I tell y'all this all the time. With these politicians, the one thing these politicians worry about is sexual assault or abuse charge or abuse allegations. Nigga, once you get that, oh no. You should be canceled right away. Because some fact, like I said, if you didn't come out and say, look, well, sue me then. Where the law at? Sue me. And I say, get the law. Why the law? Let the law investigate and sue me. Ain't nobody going. If I know I don't sexually assault women and shit like that or abuse people, nigga, get the law involved. Like I want the law to get involved. I want the publicity. You just can't just throw them allegations out about me. I don't know how these people allow that shit to happen. But anyway, it is what they be listening to people. So I can say I don't know how. Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like, I get what you're saying. Sorry, my brother talk. I get what you're saying, bro. Like, but it doesn't change the narrative because people that you know can't stand this dude. But them MAGA motherfuckers, they in a cult, bro. They gonna vote for this dude. They're going to vote. Even if he stay in it, they're going to vote for him. He may lose, but they're going to vote for him. They are in a cult. They are not going to turn their back on this dude. They accept everything bad, bro. It's nothing that if Trump say I'll fuck with him, it is nothing that these people will turn their back on him for. You literally, only thing literally would probably had to happen, you literally probably had to have this dude admitting that he did it. And then they still probably would, like, you get what I mean? Like, these people in a cult, bro. These MAGA Republican people, they are in a cult. It is nothing that nobody on that MAGA side could do. I'm just being honest about it.
Look in the mirror. Surely there's somebody other than Max Miller who can run for the seat while there's still time. And surely, even if Max Miller decides to stay here.
Hold on, and let me say this. And the reason I feel that way is because I have seen this shit. It is nothing that MAGA candidates can do to change these racist minds. When they are racist, they are racist. And then they like to hide behind the economy. The economy is fucked up, and these motherfuckers still will vote for Trump. Because they have this hateful shit of they hate Democrats and liberals and gays. And they won't vote. Like, that's how much hate they got. For the other side. For the rest of us. And I'm not even a Democrat, but I never would vote for no fucking Republican. Even the ones that's anti-Trump, I would never vote for them. Their policies don't line up good. They morally policies don't line up with mine. I would never vote for them. So that's what I'm saying. Like, these people are gone, bro. They're in a cult. Now, you asked me if a Republican that was anti-Trump and they was going against Trump, would I vote for over Trump? No. Because I know they're going to do the same shit Trump doing. They're just not going to do the fucked up shit and say the fucked up shit that he does. That's it. They still gonna pass the same policies. Right? Like, it's no difference. That's why I don't trust no Republican, nigga. Fuck out of here. Anyway, let's move on.
This is not somebody who's fit to be in office, even if he agrees with you on every political issue you stand for. There are things in life more important than politics. The safety of women, the safety of children should be chief among them. And for some reason, I don't understand why we're in a world right now where you have Republicans who just can't say that Max Miller needs to go.
Well, I can, ma'am, if you still stuck on stupid like that, because it sounds like you stuck on stupid. I can. I know why they not saying nothing. Because they are bad human beings just like he is. Like, that's not complicated. I'm sick of these people keep coming on national TV, but I don't understand why they won't do it. You already know why. These people are evil. They're horrible individuals. They're okay with their kids being molested and raped and beaten. Look how long it took the father of this woman to even speak out. All of a sudden now he got balls and now he wants to say, yeah, he's this and that. Get the fuck out of here. Your daughter been told you this shit. He been know about it. With this dude, what's his name? Max Miller. He been knew what his daughter said about this dude. This shit been going on a long period of time before we even knew about it, before they even got out there like that. He been knew. The daughter probably been told him. I guarantee she been told this nigga. Fuck out of here. She sitting there, I don't understand, I don't know why. Man, it's the Republican Party. Nigga, they voted for Trump. I have no faith in the Republican Party at all. A conservative can kiss my ass. You can talk about you have Christian values and all that other bullshit. All you want means nothing to me. Nothing. Sorry. You still keep saying you're a conservative or Republican, means nothing to me. You anti-Trump, means nothing to me. Shouldn't even be a Republican. That man took over y'all whole party and destroyed that shit. And these motherfuckers still talking about, I still have these conservative values, and your conservative values was bullshit. Even before Trump got in there. That's what helped create Trump. Trump took advantage of all y'all behind the closed doors shit that y'all ain't want everybody in the country to know. Y'all kept trying to pretend y'all something that y'all not. And all Trump did, he went in there and he exposed y'all. That's how I look at what Trump does to the Republican Party. He exposed them. For the biggest they are. Trying to pretend they conservative. You ain't conservative about shit. You don't even know the explanation or the definition of being a conservative. I had Christian values. I'm a religious person. You ain't religious. You're a phony religious person if you still saying that shit. And you still keep saying you're conservative. You phony. That's bullshit. You're a liar. Anyway, let's move on. Let's get into this nigga Brandon Tatum. This is what we all came here for. This nigga. This nigga literally blamed black people for what happened to us in Black Wall Street. He literally did this shit. This shit is sad, people. This shit is sad. Listen, it don't shock me because that's what the shit that you right here in any generation. This is what sellout coon niggas did. They help white racist people feed that narrative of why we should be mistreated. Right? And they self-hate niggas. They scared of white racist people. Brandon Tatum can pretend that he's not. But he is scared of racist white people. Stephen A., all of them, they are scared of racist white people. They are scared of them. And the reason I know that for a fact, because they've been in those rooms with these racist white people. That's why they speak that way. You get what I mean? So, yeah. Anyway, let's get into it.
Officer Tatum took a break from slandering Nolan Wells.
There was heavy drinking, and there was cocaine involved. Nolan was using ink during this period of time.
To hop on Jubilee and play down the racism and discrimination that caused the Tulsa massacre.
Let's talk about Black Wall Street. It was a conflict between black and white people. White people got the best of black people in Tulsa.
While also lying about how bad it was and blaming black people for not being able to recover from it.
They were not directly targeted. It was a conflict.
Yes.
It was a conflict between a black man. I believe it was a black man.
It started when a black man was accused of being
And mind you, that's how you know he be cooning. Because if you're factual about what you were saying, you would say, it's a fact. You said, let me go back because I don't want to misconstrue what he's saying. Hold on.
About how bad it was and blaming black people for not being able to recover from it.
They were not directly targeted. It was a conflict.
Yes.
It was a conflict between a black man. I believe it was a black man.
It started.
I'm sorry, you said I believe. So you don't know. It's not a fact. So when I say some shit and I'm factual about it and I say it's a fact, I actually know what I'm talking about. I stand on it. You said I believe. You believe a black man did some shit that you're accusing a black man of doing. And let me just say this, right? Like if I was still in the streets and shit and how I thought, I would want to kill Brandon Tatum. Because I keep telling y'all to this right now, he's a danger to the black community. You don't say this shit as a black man. You give power to racists when you say shit like this. But back in the day, yo, if I was on that shit, oh, I'd have killed Brandon Tatum. I'd have killed him. I'm not wishing death on him and no shit. Like, I don't want nobody to go out and do nothing harm to this dude. I'm just saying, if this is me back in the day, yo, I'd have killed this dude, man. You bring danger to our people by speaking up and lying for white supremacy. Blaming black people for their own demise. And I told you, this nigga, all them coons, they make, Stephen ain't all of them, they make money off of black pain. In some weird ass way, some of them, part of them, they so deep into their coonery, they don't even know they doing it no more. In the beginning, they know what they're doing. But I think when you so far gone in that coonery, and the white supremacists, they got you, nigga, you don't even know you doing it no more. You don't know how much harm you bringing to the community. You stereotyping us, nigga. You say, oh, it's a part of us. No, you're doing that shit to all of, that's what racists think about all of us. It's not a certain part they think that some of us like that. Because you the token nigga that they got to speak this racism. They think we're all like that. Especially if niggas that we ain't even living that life like the motherfuckers they saying that some of us are. We ain't even living that life. We just disagreeing with that bigotry and racism, and you help them do that. You help them put us with niggas that we don't even agree with. You help them do that. You coons do not understand that because you niggas are far gone. You blame black people for their own demise. In America, and back in those days, what power we had to start some shit. Nigga, even when we went to go, the Martin Luther King nonviolent, that movement, nigga, they took offense of that. Who these niggas thinking they can march? And we let them beat us in front of the fucking whole entire world. They was offended that we had a nerve to just march. And they beat us and sick dogs on us, with water hose, spread us with water hose. They hung us. But that was our fault. Why? Because we should have complied? Brandon Tatum? We shouldn't have fought back. Because if we didn't fight back, you wouldn't even be fucking with that white woman that you with, nigga. Remember that, you goofy ass motherfucker. If it wasn't for Martin Luther King, if it wasn't for our ancestors, nigga, our elders, you wouldn't be able to fuck with that white woman. They'd have hung your black ass. You self-hating ass, disrespectful ass nigga. It get worse than what this nigga said, man. He blamed us for some shit that racist white people did to us. He tried to act like it was part of our own fault. Move on.
Also lying about how bad it was and blaming black people for not being able to recover from it.
They were not derogatory. It was a conflict.
Yes.
It was a conflict between a black man. I believe it was a black man.
It started when a
and white.
black man was accused of being a woman, and then because of that, there was this anger and Iran started.
Mind you, they said the same shit about Emmett Till. That wasn't true. This nigga actually believed this. I would ask him, do you understand what they accused Emmett Till of doing? a child. Yo, this is why I couldn't even be in the same room with this dude, man. Nigga, we gotta see each other, bro. I throw hands with this nigga, man. Like, yo, win, lose, or draw, nigga, me and you throwing hands, bro. Like, the level of disrespect you got for your own people, bro. Get the fuck out of here, bro. They did it in Mattel years later. Nigga keep acting like we had rights and shit back then. Like racist white people didn't make shit up that black people did to them. To start wars or to start shit or to fucking hang us. Like, are you fucking crazy, nigga? What this nigga need is a real playmate. Let that nigga be a slave. Real play that. And see if he have a different shit. He might still, yeah, so massive. You still be that sucker ass nigga that you are now. You fucking coward. You a coward, Brandon Tatum. God damn, bro. Now you blaming us for Black Wall Street? Or what happened to our people? We built our shit. We all got together and came together. The shit that you always keep trying to push with this segregation bullshit when we had no choice but to be segregated. And we had our own shit. And you blame us. Somehow. They said, oh, it was, oh, a black man did this. Are you fucking crazy, nigga? This is Black Wall Street. Why the fuck would we go fuck with white people in that era? That makes no fucking sense. When a lot of our people were scared of white people. What the fuck are you talking about? All this nigga is so ignorant, and like I said, he's a fucking coward. You're a poor excuse for a black man. Fuck, not even a black man. You're a poor excuse for a black person. You fucking coward. I know black women stronger than you. A lot of them. You fucking coward. Let's move on, y'all. God damn, this nigga, man, making me mad, man.
Man, I believe it's a black man.
It started when a black man was accused of being a woman, and then because of that, there was this anger and it started.
Inappropriate behavior with a woman.
While seemingly defending the white racist rioters the whole time.
What you're trying to say is that black people are doing their own thing, and a bunch of white people just came up and destroyed all their property just because. That wasn't what happened.
Can you acknowledge that this is one example in which white people hurt black people unjustly?
Which really isn't a surprise when you know who Officer Tatum is.
I have more similarities with white people than I do with some black people.
Trying to figure out, Officer Tatum, what the hell is wrong?
First of all, that's the stupidest shit in the world. If you listen, Brandon Tatum does not come from a white community. I need everybody to know that. So him just saying that was stupid as fuck. How you got more similar? Listen, I can get along with white folks, but we have nothing in common like that. There's no disrespect to white people. I don't even like what. Listen, I don't have that much in common with white people that grow up around black people. We have nothing in common in that way. Like seriously, your struggle is not mine because you grow up in the hood. Like, because I know that y'all grow up in certain areas of white shit where y'all just as fucked up as we are. So no, the language, the barrier is different. The atmosphere is different. The culture is different. The fuck out of here with that shit. So no, I don't have more in common with white people than I have with black people. It will never ever be that way. Ever. I may tell motherfuckers, hey man, I don't prefer to hang around black people all the motherfucking time. I damn sure don't want to hang around white people all the time. I'm a multicultural nigga. I like all different cultures of people. In my adult life, that's what I dealt with. But as far as me, who I'm more comfortable with, my own. I'm more comfortable around black folks. Hood and not hood. I'm more comfortable around my own. No. I don't have that type of, you know what I mean? And I got white friends. Nigga, no. There's certain shit I can do around my people that I can't do around white people. Sorry to tell you that. And number one is to use the N-word. I don't like using the N-word around white folks. I just don't. But I know I'm around my people, I can use that word around. We could be talking about certain shit, and only my people can understand that. Because we all most likely went through the same struggle. The fuck out of here. No, I don't have, I have more in common with people that look like me than I have in common with people that don't look like me. I get along with people more that look like me than people that don't look like me. The fuck is you talking about? Nigga, I can go over into Jamaica, Africa, Haiti, and I will adapt because they my people. I have more in common with them than I have with American white man or white woman. The fuck is you talking about? We will vibe right away. Just off of blackness, we gonna vibe. The fuck is you talking about? But that's that self-hating shit that he got. And there's no disrespect to other races and cultures of people. I vibe with my people more. I get along with my people more. Listen, I can get along with the gangsters in the fucking hood, nigga. I know how to adapt. Right, you get what I mean? I've been on the game over 20 years. Nigga, you act like I can't go to the hood and adapt. Are you crazy? I can't go to the street and adapt the street niggas? You crazy. Fuck out of here. Shout out to my people, good or bad. Because I don't like this shit. This black, goofy ass nigga. Man, and let me just say this. I don't like, listen, I'm going to just say this. And it might be wrong for me to say this. And this might not go to all black people. But some of you black Negroes that get out here and get to talking down to about your people in front of these white folks, nigga, the nerve of y'all. You ain't got the right to speak down about your people. You married to white people. Who the fuck are you? You don't talk about them white people like that. How the fuck is it okay for you to keep talking down about your own? And you ain't even around them. You don't even like being around your black folks. I ain't saying all of them, but a lot of y'all that date outside your race, who the fuck are you? Nigga, you better keep that. Listen, first of all, if I'm in an interracial relationship like that, oh, that white woman, or you know what I mean, white man, whatever, right? Nigga, you can't, listen, there's certain shit you can't say. Watch your mouth. I got aunties and shit. You think your people racist? There's certain shit you can't say around black families. I'm gonna tell you something about black people that I love about my people. We like genuine shit. We like listen, real genuine black people, we like white people being themselves. We like them being quirky, being white, having white tendencies. We like that shit. We don't want them to be trying to act black. We're hearing that say some language, say some shit we like. You know what I mean? But majority of the time, we like white people being white. Speak your language, speak your culture. Especially not that racist shit, but you know what I mean? Like they not fully adapted to black culture. We like white people like that. But they be themselves, they be respectful. They open to be educated. We don't like, listen, I can speak for me and a lot of black folks. Listen, we don't like white people that think because they grew up and ain't no black people like that, you think that you can, like, we don't like people, we don't like, I'll tell you this, I don't like white people like that. Unless your family grew up in the hood from the beginning. You grew up that bitch from you was a child. That's something different. But if you didn't grow up, good night. Get daddy 2 beds, please. But if you did not grow up with black folks from when you was a child, and I'm talking about 5, 6 maybe, right? Just say 5, 6. Like boo. If you didn't grow up with us like that, nigga, black people don't really respect you like that. Honestly. I know I don't. But you still, even in that mix of that, you growing up young like that, you understand that certain shit because you white, you can't say certain stuff. Right? I told you, it was only one white dude that I knew that this motherfucker, he grew up in the streets. He was a Russian dude. Right? He was Russian, but his people came from Russia. Listen, and that motherfucker, his whole entire life, he lived in the hood. He was fucking with my sister. He was fucking with my sister at the time. That nigga could not help how he spoke. That nigga he could not help how he interacted with black people. That's all he knew. There was nothing about him that way like he even understood white culture to a certain extent. You get what I mean? But I understood he hung around some corny ass black dudes too. Right? And I used to like, he was the only white boy I would allow to call me a nigga. What's up, man, nigga? Like, you know what I mean? Nigga, you know what I'm saying? How we use the word. But, you know, as I got older, I probably wouldn't I know for a fact I won't let him use that word around me now. Now, mind you, nigga changed different. I ain't heard him from in a minute, but from my sister, she said he back fucking with a white girl. That's cool. I ain't got a problem with that. But, nigga, if I ran into him or some shit, he better not be thinking he can call me a nigga. You know what I mean? To each his own. But yo, come on, man. I always tell people, you can't turn off being black. Like, even when you see these coons, they run off and they get black girlfriends, black boyfriends. Okay, you go over there that side, you can't turn off your blackness. You still black. Only thing you can do is coon. Try to pretend that you ain't like the other black Negroes. I know I ain't like street niggas. I ain't on street level shit. I ain't doing street shit. But they still my people. I want to help them to get out of stop doing that shit. I don't turn my back on my people. I don't agree with them. Them niggas know, hey, I don't fuck with that shit, that street shit. Nigga, come on, man. Niggas know they can't hang around me. But nigga, if you want me to help you, I got you. That door is always open. That's a real black person that comes from that struggle. We understand that. I'm not changing on you because I think I'm better than you. No, nigga, I'm changing. I don't agree with that shit of hurting our people. When I was doing, I was hurting my people. Now, regardless if I acknowledged it or not or understood it, I was doing it. So, nigga, I'm not going to sit in and pretend that you're not doing it. No. But my door is always open to street niggas. Nigga, you want me to help you get your life together? I will do that. My door's always open. I help plenty of niggas. But I'm just saying, like, nigga, but I'm not going to be condoning what you're doing. No, fuck that. That shit is hurting us. It's hurting us. And you may not can see that right now, but it's hurting us. And I've been there where you was, and I didn't see it. So I know you don't see it a lot of the times, but you still my people. I'm going to help my people when they want my help. That's how I move. I don't turn my back on the bad. Because I was them. And I ain't know no better. I was ignorant of shit. Even some of the shit that I knew what I was doing. It still don't matter. I still was ignorant as fuck. And I wish it was people that helped me. So nigga, no, I don't turn my back on my people. Fuck out of here. That's the problem with some of these niggas. I'm gonna make it out. I'm gonna get what I'm gonna get. Okay, do you, bro? And see how that work out for you. You got all what you wanted. You got what you want. You don't fuck with these niggas or whatever. And look, you niggas are miserable. And you still need these niggas because you want to still act like you down. I don't gotta act like I'm down with niggas. I don't gotta go to hoods. Shit I grew up in, I ain't gotta go to that and be acting like I'm down to meet niggas. I'll tell niggas, my niggas, or any of the niggas. Nigga, look, you want me? Let's meet somewhere. Go somewhere. If I'm comfortable enough, bring you to my crib, I bring you to my crib. Or we go out, we hang out or something. Like, you know what I mean? Where I'm comfortable at. I don't go where you comfortable at for what? Where you at is part of the problem. Fuck we talking about here? These niggas ain't real. Like I keep telling y'all, man, these niggas, they talk, all these dudes, a lot of them talk a lot. But they stop caring about their people. Because they think they better. I ain't doing what they doing. Nigga, don't mean shit. You ain't better than no nigga that's doing the shit in the streets. I ain't no better than no nigga in the streets that I disagree with. I ain't no better. Because like I said, I'm a step away from a nigga playing with me or motherfucker playing with me the wrong way. I'll fuck around, shoot you in your fucking face. Like, I'm not that dude to play with like that. Give me 1 second, y'all. All right, people, I'm back. Yeah, I'm gonna put this last thing out here. Like, yo, like I had this conversation with a nigga I knew, right? Little young dude that I work with. And I was having a conversation. He was like, yo, you seem like you a real down nigga. Like, yo, but I don't hang around you niggas. Like, you know what I mean? You a hood nigga. But he just getting himself out of some shit, you know what I mean? Trying to work the shit. And I respect that. I had a real long, deep conversation with the nigga. I didn't go too deep in it. But I had a conversation with the young nigga, man. He was like, damn, bro, I didn't even think about the shit that you saying. He was like, I ain't even think about that. I was like, you can't. I say, you niggas think y'all know shit, but you don't. I say, yo, this should take wisdom. The shit, how I think, and a lot of motherfuckers that get older, I'm not saying all of us right about shit, but I'm saying motherfuckers like, a lot of motherfuckers like me, yo, we get it. We been there. So we get it. We understand it. Yeah, I know some old elder motherfuckers that be hating on young niggas. I get it, because these niggas still want to think that they mad because they can't go back to the hood. A lot of old niggas be mad at young niggas because they can't go back to the hood. Why the fuck would I want to go there? That's number one. But number two, I'll go there anytime the fuck I feel like it. Number one, nigga, I don't go nowhere where a nigga don't know me. That's number one. That's anything. That's how I was raised. You don't go nowhere where you ain't known. So why would I just want to go to hoods where, even if it was my old hood, if ain't nobody in that hood that know me, and even in my old hood, nigga, ain't no reason for me to go there. But I always tell you, I got family in hood, in my hoods where I grew up at, so I can go back there, right? And I'm talking about elderly people. You know what I mean? And I ain't sitting around hanging around with no young niggas. What the fuck I'm hanging around with young niggas for? And no disrespect to young niggas, nigga, we got nothing in common. Nothing. Like, honestly, if I ain't trying to help you out to get out this shit, then the fuck we talking about? I ain't giving you no advice. So what the fuck are we talking about? You can't talk to me about hood shit. I know hood shit. You ever see an old nigga trying to relate to a young nigga on some hood shit? That's the stupidest conversation ever, bro. It's not because of the young nigga. It's because of the old nigga. The old nigga sounds stupid. You know, I can relate. No, you can't relate. No, nigga. It's not no more. You understand it. You come from it. But you don't understand. You can relate to it, but you can't understand shit that they going through now. Because it's a different era. So they going through a whole nother different type of shit. You can't understand none of that shit. You can relate to it, but you can't understand nothing no young nigga going through in the hood. Or they struggle. You can't understand none of that shit. You just can relate. I get these young niggas now, like I said, I talk to a lot of young niggas at the job. Niggas be like, yo, like, damn, bro, I ain't see that shit like that. I ain't even look at it like that. Yo, of course you don't. And I'll be honest with them. I'm like, of course you don't. See what I'm talking about. Nigga, you don't have no wisdom. Because you ain't lived long enough. There's no disrespect on my time. Ain't no disrespect to you. But you don't have no fucking wisdom. Fuck you. How could you understand what I'm saying? How could you understand what I'm not understanding, but you ain't think of what I was saying? Of course you couldn't think that. Because you don't have wisdom. You ain't lived long enough. I always tell people, that's why, like, even for me with death and shit, I see shit a certain type of way. I don't be affected by it as much, right? Because I done seen people die in so many different ways, right? And you talking about as a kid, like, I seen people die from the age of, like, when I got in the game, I was probably about 14, 15. And in 4 years of that, of even getting to 18, I seen horrible shit happen of people dying. Just in that 4-year span. And then 18 come around. You 18 now, then you start to see little shit. You see people die, bro. In horrible ways. Close to you. There ain't nobody just some random niggas you don't know. It's niggas I knew. Was getting killed horribly. Horrible ways, bro. This shit ain't easy to see that shit, bro. That's why I said a lot of these young niggas, I get them. You don't understand. Like a lot of niggas get out the street and they don't understand that these niggas going through shit mentally. They fucked up. I'm still fucked up from the shit that I've been through. So I get some of these young niggas and why they do some of the shit they do, and we be like, nah, yo, you shouldn't be doing that. But nigga, the times is different. It's not the same time as me. So you react differently with tragedy. These niggas acting different in their time with tragedy. Disrespecting the dead. Of course that shit ain't cool. But I tell all young niggas, I'll be honest with them. Hey, nigga, that's common. You know niggas gonna do it to you too, right? If you die. just real shit. But anyway, let's move on.
Are black people unjustly?
Which
Oh,
really is
shit. Give me a second. Damn, my shit cut off. Speakers cut off. Give me a second now. Yeah.
Right channel.
All right, my bad, people. Let's go back. Let's get it.
Their own thing, and a bunch of white people just came up and destroyed all their property just because that wasn't what happened.
Can you
You're saying that
acknowledge
it's
that this
targeted.
is one example in
You're
which white
saying-
people hurt black people unjustly?
Which really isn't a surprise when you know who Officer Tatum is.
I have more similarities with white people than I do with some black people.
Trying to figure out, Officer Tatum, what the hell is wrong with looking at yourself as black first before you anything else?
Because all black people ain't the same. And like for instance, we all different. So when I say I'm black, what does that mean?
But I'm Jew. Welcome to the channel.
He
Please
said,
like.
when I'm black, what do that mean? Listen, let me say this to all my black folks that look like me or certain types of different skin complexion, right? Listen, when he says that, that's coonery, right? That's him intentionally trying to say, I'm a different black dude. My skin color don't matter around white supremacy. He lying, but he partly feel that way. Listen, yes, is it true that all black people are different? Yes. But our culture ain't different. Do all black people think differently? Yes, we do. In a culture, yes. But the one thing about being black, nigga, it's a culture. It's a culture. Listen, bro, do y'all understand? And that's why when they throw religion and shit, that shit confuses a lot of our black folks. Listen, that's why I'm not religious no more. Let's just go off the stupid narrative with religion. Do y'all understand that we black for a reason? Do y'all understand that even in 2026, they still fear black people? They still idolize us. They still love us. Every race, every culture. They idolize us. They idolize and hate us at the same fucking time. Do y'all understand that? We are a different race, bro. Nobody loves white people like that. Like, seriously, we don't idolize white people like they think we do. Like, honestly. Just think about around the world. What culture in the world that white people really got? They don't have culture. They stole everything. Even the white Europeans, they have stole even their culture. England, all this, they stole it. All that shit, that royalty shit, that shit comes from Africa. We was royalty. We pushed the word royalty, the Jews and all this other shit. All them Jews, all that shit come from Africa. Your chains, the diamond necklace, all that shit come from Africa. That's for the motherland. These people, listen, they want us to hate ourselves. They want us to hate us. And people that look like us. And the white man, Europeans, whoever they are, or different races of people, They want us to allies them for what? Excuse me. You steal everything from us. They stole, listen, all that jewelry shit, all this jewels we got, they stole it from Africa. All the Jews, all that shit, we got mines and shit that is there. People just documented. Our shit is there in Africa. They get Jews and shit from Africa. Don't get it nowhere else. All that shit is African land. Some of them European countries, Europe and all that shit, that's African land. All the shit they claiming that's African land. Fuck are we talking about here, man? Stop allowing these people to pretend that they like we owe them something. Or we should be appreciated them. Nigga, they stole everything from our people. That's why I don't be understanding about our African brothers and sisters with black Americans. Nigga, yo, we the same people. You letting these people turn us against each other for what? Oh, Haiti people, all these people. Like, get the fuck out of here, bro. Look how they did that shit. They tried to, and even with hip hop, they were like, oh, it came from Jamaica. Like, yo, we not saying style and shit like that. Certain style from Africa, Jamaica and all this some shit. Then, we bring this in. Y'all ain't bring this in. But don't get this shit understood. It's black culture. We created hip hop. You did not create hip hop. Black Americans created hip hop. We not saying y'all didn't help. Y'all ain't have a part of it. We never said that. But you let these racist white people or these sellout ass y'all people, or some even our people, pretend that we saying that y'all ain't had nothing to do with it. We just saying don't take this shit away from us. This is black American shit. This is what we did. Our struggle is real here. And like I said, not to disrespect our other brothers and sisters from other continents and shit like that, Jamaican people, like, nigga, y'all niggas ran. Y'all come over here. We don't go over there. We don't go to none of y'all countries like that. You start to see these, what they call these niggas that go over there to other countries and shit? Passport niggas. Get the fuck out of here. Yeah, we'll visit. We'll go over there. We'll vacation, nigga. But I ain't never living over there. Fuck out of here, nigga. Our ancestors built this bitch. Why we running? We got rights for a reason. And that's what I said. These coons, like Brandon Tatum, what you hearing is these niggas trying to make us feel like we gotta be cowards. We can't stand up. We can't be proud. We gotta give white people credit for some shit that they hurt us. They put us in these situations. I'm not saying all white people did it to hurt us, but it damn sure was 95% of them. And I'm being nice with the 5% that did help black people. I'm being nice about that. Fuck out of here. We seen what the Italians did. They came over here and got disrespected by the white people. What they do? They wind up being racist towards us. What the fuck are we talking about here? Listen, it was only one race in this country that ain't never been racist to us. Native Americans. These are facts. You don't hear about Native Americans being disrespectful to black Americans. You don't hear that shit. Well, you might say, oh, well, they only stood together. Nigga, they supposed to do that. They supposed to. Shit, I wish the black Americans would have did that. Came from them slave trade. I wish we'd have did that, but, it was a different situation for us. At least they fought for them to stick together. We didn't do that. We didn't have a chance to. We got fucked. They stripped us from everything. But you don't hear that about, you don't hear black people being disrespectful to the Native Americans. You don't hear that said, oh, they racist and shit like that. You rarely hear that. It's some rare shit. It do not happen. But every fucking different race or culture of people that's in this country be disrespectful to black people. I ain't saying all. I'm just saying every last culture. Y'all got people that do it. You don't hear Native Americans saying that shit or disrespecting us like that. You don't hear that. That's what always bothered me too, why black people don't unite with Native Americans. But then I found out the reason they don't is because we got coon ass black people disrespecting Native Americans. And this is real talk. It ain't just this generation. It's been generations for hundreds of years we did that shit. Let's move on.
Because all black people ain't the same. And like for instance, we all different. So when I say I'm black, what does that mean?
But I'm Jew. Welcome to the channel. Please like and share the video. Don't forget to sub. Now let's get into it.
I feel like we're completely jumping over history. We go from slavery to Martin Luther King, then all the way back. We ignore the history of sharecropping, right? We've completely glossed over sharecropping. We've completely glossed over Jim Crow laws and how much wealth was stolen from the black community. We've completely glossed over the Tulsa race riots. And when black people did succeed under capitalism, those communities were destroyed. We've completely glossed over eminent domain and how much of the black community was taken, like literal black.
Let's talk about.
Like what about Seneca Village?
Let's talk
Like,
about
what
Black
any
Wall
of these
Street.
communities?
Let's talk about Black Wall Street.
Yeah, he don't want to talk about that shit. And then even him bringing up Black Wall Street, he's still fucking lying. And this is what I'm saying about black people. I understand what these black brothers and sisters was trying to do of trying to make him look bad or whatever they purpose of doing it. You're talking about a dude that's scared of white people. That's how I look at coon niggas. You know, listen, you are a threat because of the behavior and the shit that you're saying. I get that. That's why I even talk about Brandon Tatum. Right? This nigga is not a presence in the black community. Right? So he's not a factor to us. Right? He doesn't harm us in that way of being in our presence because he knows better. We'll stomp his ass out. This nigga knows he's not welcome, right? The reasons he's dangerous is because he gets on these platforms and all his money comes from racist white people. That's where his money come from. Bigoted ass white people or even some bigoted minorities. And that's where his funding come from. But his funding comes from bigoted ass and racist ass white people. So he's really not a factor to our community, right? But he's a factor because his whole entire skit, because it's a skit, to tear down our people every chance he get to make us look bad. Like, you're hearing it. He said, we had something to do with our shit being burned down in Black Wall Street. We was the reason for it. And you're going to hear more about it, but that's what he does. Because he got to make us seem we're aggressive. Because that's how racist white people see us. We're aggressive. We aggressive. We don't supposed to stand up for ourselves. We supposed to cower. Because that's what racist white people expect us to cower. They can be aggressive to us, say shit, get aggressive with us physically, mentally, emotionally. They can do all that shit to us. But then soon we do, oh, we the aggressive ones. Or we fight back. Oh, look, see, that's how they is. See them niggas? And this nigga This is why he a danger, because they don't have to do that. They send this nigga to push that narrative and then try to recruit other black people that ain't knowledgeable, that don't know no fucking better. And they be like, that shit makes sense. No, it don't. But they ain't smart enough. They ain't educated enough. They don't know this nigga like that. And that's in history. That's what Coons did. Get the ignorant niggas to ride with them because they cowards and they don't know no better. They scared to stand for shit. You know, when Harriet Tubman was trying to get black people to leave where they from them slave plantations, some of them niggas ain't want to leave because they was scared. They was scared niggas. They was beaten and broken. And you don't think that's what Brandon Tatum is doing? He knows some of you niggas are weak and broken. So he'll turn you against black women. Oh yeah, some black women fucked up. Of course it is. But he'll try to make it seem, see, that's why you don't fuck with black women. The stereotype. And you don't fuck with black women. They too aggressive, they too loud, they run their mouth, and blah, blah, blah. Nigga, listen, let me explain something to you. Nigga, if I get in a fight, I know my wife gonna fight with me. Fuck wrong with you niggas. Huh? But you notice when a white woman fight with her husband, a white nigga punch her. But if a black woman get involved, it's a different whole nother story. They speak differently. Because you know why? Because part of it, because you know, they don't, they was like, they be like, oh, well, she's supposed to do that. She was going to do that. That's how they is. That's how them niggas are. But the white woman, they make excuses. She got her ass whooped getting involved in some shit. They don't say the same shit about a black woman getting involved with their black man, fighting with them. Black people are aggressive anyway. Listen, I get to somehow people that we have this, like, we experience certain shit with our own people. And you grow up around your own, right? And they did some fucked up, horrible shit to you. But that ain't all your people ain't like that. I'm a prime example of that. I would never do some shit like that to you. All black people ain't like that. I had to learn that. But I would be damn if I'll let this coon ass nigga pretend that all our people is like that. And mind you, he black at that. So he should be saying, but what he say is, if they think conservative, they think on white supremacy, they believe in white supremacy, they the people to trust. No, they not. God damn. And some of you niggas fall for this goofy shit. But anyway, let's move on. Does it get worse?
Maine, and how much of the black community was taken, like literal black.
Let's talk about.
Like, what about Seneca Village?
Let's talk
Like,
about
what
Black
any
Wall
of these
Street.
communities?
Let's talk about Black Wall Street. Are we on the same page of what happened in the Tulsa riots?
Well,
Tulsa race war?
It depends. What do you think happened?
Well, I know what happened. There was a conflict between black and white people. There was a fight between the two. White people got the best of black people in Tulsa.
Her face is my face. This man is insane. First off, there was no race war. It was the Tulsa massacre. And it started like all of these massacres start, where white people use the smallest incident, usually false, to start attacking the black community, which they wanted to do anyway. And the Tulsa massacre is even worse.
And the bad part about it, He should know better. I got ancestors that grew up in those times. My grandmother was 90-some years old, bro. What you talking about? She know what those times was. Like, what the fuck are you talking about, bro? We know black people that grew up in the civil rights era. Or before before we got civil rights. Like in that era with Martin Luther King, I got aunts, uncles, great aunts, uncles. Like, nigga, what are you talking about, bro? So they all lying about their experience, how the country was then? If I'm not mistaken, Brandon Tatum is my age. I'm 45, so he's around my age. Nigga, I experienced segregation in Baltimore City. What the fuck is he talking about? He trying to pretend none of this shit exists. Like he got with this, do y'all understand that Brandon Tatum, this white woman that he with, this whole little white family he got, nigga ain't had that in the beginning. He grew up in the hood. And for this nigga to be sitting out here talking the way he talking, like, nigga, are you crazy? Are you fucking out your mind? But that's coonery. Listen, I respect all those black people black young folks because they was young folks. Right? Respect them all. And this interaction with this coon. But like I said, you put educated black people that's a little older than them, that's aware of shit, they got knowledge. And they destroyed them, don't get me wrong, but he wouldn't be able to say some of the shit he could say out of his mouth to them, to me, or people around my age or older. He can't do that. He got there to speak his bullshit, and that shit was ignorant as fuck. It was lies. Let's move on.
Because it started because a black man accidentally stepped on a white woman's shoe, which made her scream. Tulsa Race Massacre, not race war. Believed to be the single worst incident of racial violence in American history, the bloody 1921 outbreak in Tulsa has continued to haunt Oklahomans. By early 1921, Tulsa was a modern city with a population of more than 100,000. Most of the city's 10,000 African American residents lived in the Greenwood district.
You have all sorts of businesses in Greenwood. You have everything.
And let's be very real about this too. What they won't tell you about the Oklahoma shit, the Black Wall Street shit, or why it got destroyed like that. A lot of them bombings, because those niggas, them Klan members and all that shit, they burn shit. They bomb shit. You think those local racist ass, poor ass white people had bombs? No, they didn't. That shit came from the government. They keep acting like this town where black people was, Black Wall Street was small. It was huge. They bombed shit. That came from the federal government. The state government ain't had no bombs. They bombed shit. That's why we don't even know how many people died. And they built over top of black human beings. They built over it. The fuck is... Never mind. Let's move on. But you know, this nigga, the white man tell him everything, he believed it. Anyway. So the government wasn't even involved in Tulsa, Oklahoma. It was just some Klan members and all that other shit. Like, you get what I mean? It's weird shit, bro.
from funeral parlors to theaters, hotel. There's a public library, a black library. There are chili houses, cafes, restaurants. There's just everything there.
There were a dozen surgeons and doctors. There were several lawyers. There was a black-owned photography studio.
That economy became successful because black folks did business with one another and kept dollars largely in the black.
Think about that. We was in our town. Black Wall Street created everything. Everything we needed. It wasn't shit that we needed outside of Black Wall Street. Now, we did business with the white folks and shit like that, trades. Right? But we didn't. All our shit that was in Black Wall Street, we did amongst each other. We sold each other shit. We did whatever. It stayed in our community. It wasn't no homeless people in Black Wall Street, people. It wasn't no black homeless people. Not in Black Wall Street. See, that's the shit they don't tell y'all. It was no homeless person. It wasn't nobody on welfare. None of that shit. Everybody in that community had houses. Had houses. Everybody in that goddamn county of Black Wall Street had a business. We owned everything. We traded with each other, but we still traded outside of us. You get what I'm saying? We had money, nigga. We lived right, nigga. We walking around with suits popping. We was good. And some white racist bitch that where a black man went downtown in Mississippi. I'm sorry, Oklahoma. Said a black man stepped on her shoes. And that sparked off a riot. And then somehow it got back to the racist white people that somehow he raped her. In public, in a white town. He sexually assaulted her in a white town. Or raped her. Whatever the fuck they said, which was a lie. That happened in the white part of it. Because when this happened, this was in a white town. This was outside of Black Wall Street. Downtown was just downtown, how y'all look at downtown. Right? It was almost neutral. Right? Because we had our own shit. But it still was downtown. Like it was still black, white. But we still ain't had no rights downtown like that. Like, yo, like just think about this shit. Think how, yo, come on, man. Why would a black brother try to rape a woman? A white woman? For what? Nigga, we had, like, married men could go fuck prostitutes. We had all that shit. Illegal shit. We had it all. We had our own town. There was no reason for us to be going out fucking around with white women. There was no reason for it. So this black man decided one day to go rape a white woman. Are you fucking kidding me? Like I said, you're going to hear more of the story that tell you that it was just a lie. But anyway, let's move on.
community.
However, Tulsa was also a deeply troubled town. Crime rates were extremely high, and the city had been plagued by vigilantism. That means white people attacking black people in a well-off neighborhood and city.
Now remember, we're not talking about crime in the black community of Tulsa, right? Where black people owned everything. The violence was crazy because of white supremacy, Nazis and shit that would come in our communities and do violent shit. There wasn't us committing the violence in our own community or that part of Tulsa. The racist white people would come to our community and do violent shit. But anyway, let's move on. Baron Tatum just ignore that though. He just, go back a little bit.
In the black community.
However, Tulsa was also a deeply troubled town. Crime rates were extremely high, and the city had been plagued by vigilantism. That means white people attacking black people in a well-off neighborhood and city.
Summer of 1919, a rise of racial terror.
You know how we're always like, I
we
can't
got
go
a
back to
commercial.
school because I have bills. Well, CCDC has apprenticeship programs in the trades, so we could earn while we learn. And if we were an electrician, we could fix that.
CCBC, see what you can be.
Fuck commercial. Fuck commercials, man.
Racial terror all over the country.
And see, and that's part of it. Like, people don't really understand. Black Wall Street was something unique and different. Right? Like, you gotta understand, all around the country, they was terrorizing black communities without Black Wall Street being existed. This shit was happening in so-called segregated and black communities and shit like that, right? We was free as slaves. Even in the South, we wasn't free like that. So they was terrorizing our communities. And this nigga, Brandon Tatum, is acting like this shit didn't even exist. We the ones started violence with the motherfuckers that was still in control of the whole entire country. Why would we do that? Why would we create some shit and terrorize a whole nother community? Or go after the white community? For what? That shit don't even make any sense. But anyway, let's move on. This dude, he's just a sellout.
New York, Philadelphia, Memphis, Chicago.
21, those same tensions in the United States were present in Tulsa. It revolved around jealousy and resentment. It threatened the system of white supremacy.
An incident involving Dick Rowland, an African-American shoe shiner, and Sarah Page, a white elevator operator, would set the stage for the tragedy. They were just looking for a reason, and they found it. Anytime black people achieved, advanced, built something of their own, white people destroyed. While it is still uncertain as to precisely what happened in the Drexel building on May 30th, 1921, the common explanation is that Rowland stepped on Page's foot as he entered the elevator, causing her to scream. The next day, the Tulsa Tribune, the city's afternoon daily newspaper, reported that Rowland, who had been picked up by...
Let's think about it. So a black man in those times, I just want y'all to think about it. A black man, at that time, we got Black Wall Street. We got our own shit. And this nigga decided to get in the elevator with a white woman and rape her in the elevator. And listen, do you understand the racial tension at this point? Like, this is at a high. Unless this nigga was crazy, he would do some fuck shit like that. Black people at that time were scared of white people like that. You talking about the 1920s? Ain't no black man is doing. Ain't no such thing as a black serial killer back then. Like, you get what I mean? There's no such thing. Black people were scared of white people. I need y'all to understand the mind state of some of our people, or a lot of our people. We was afraid of white people. Why the fuck would this black man just decide one day get in the elevator with a woman and rape her? Do anything to her? Why? Why would he even do that? That shit don't make no sense. Anyway, let's move on.
The common explanation is that Roland stepped on Paige's foot as he entered the elevator, causing her to scream. The next day, the Tulsa Tribune, the city's afternoon daily newspaper, reported that Roland, who had been picked up by police, had attempted to rape Paige. How many times have we heard that exact same story as the reason to why a black person was murdered by a white mob? By early evening, there was once again lynch talk on the streets of Tulsa. Talk soon to turn to action. By 7:30 p.m., hundreds of whites had gathered outside the Tulsa County Courthouse, demanding the authorities hand over Dick Rowland, but the sheriff refused. At about 9 p.m., after reports of dire conditions downtown reached Greenwood, a group of approximately 25 armed African-American men, many of them World War I veterans, went down to the courthouse and offered their services to authorities to help protect Rowland, a man that stepped on a white woman's foot and she screamed. Stunned and then enraged, members of the white mob then tried to break into the National Guard armory, but were turned away by a handful of local guardsmen. At about 10 p.m., a false group...
Now listen, time out. And that's why it's not shocking to me what happened with January 6th. And they got away with it. It doesn't shock me. When Trump pardoned all of them, I was like, yo, okay. They did this shit to our people too. Like, get the fuck out of here, bro. If this was black people that did what January, listen, they still mad about fucking the George Floyd shit of some people rising and burning some shit down. Like, you get what I mean? They still bring up what happened with Rodney King. We burned some shit down. Like, they still mad at us for that. Like, you get what I mean? Like, so when white people do some shit, it's okay. They literally went to the Capitol and tried to kill people. We just burned some shit down. They literally tried to kill people. They harm police. How much? Listen, let me tell y'all something. In any of that shit they talking about, even the George Floyd shit, people got hurt and all that shit, cops died or whatever. That, listen, my honest opinion, I believe that shit didn't come from black people. Right? Or that shit just matched a certain type of way where we clash. Ain't nobody killing no black police officer. Come on, man. But if motherfucker do that, then ain't no black people okay with that. Like, nigga, you killing another black man. Like, we not good with that. But I'm just saying, like, these people really think we stupid. That's not what black people do, nigga. We don't do that. We are not. We can burn some shit down, and we burn it down in our own community. Well, it's not yours, but niggas in our community, so it is ours. And just because you don't think the way we think don't mean shit. The fuck you talking about? Why these white people, why these businesses putting shit here if it ain't for... And mind you, these same people, these corporations don't invest in the community other than to bring their shit in our community to get our money. They're not here to help out people. But it is what it is. Give me a second, y'all. Yeah, this shit sad, man. To see this nigga do this shit. But anyway, let's move on. We need to be educated. So all you listen to all the motherfuckers that you rolled out, nigga, bring your ass back in here. You need to be educated. This is the problem. That's why we keep allowing these coons to act like they got a space into black shit. Because this shit is bullshit. This is shit supposed to be you supposed to educate yourself. But anyway, let's move on.
Rumor hit Greenwood that whites were storming the courthouse. This time, a second contingent of African-American men, perhaps 75 in number, went back to the courthouse and offered their services to authorities. Once again, they were turned down. As they were leaving, a white man tried to disarm a black veteran and a shot was fired. The riot began.
As soon as the shooting began at the courthouse, the white lynch mob, they didn't care any longer about Dick Rowland. They were now out to get any African-American they could. And that's exactly what they set out to do. Innocent black men and women who were working downtown were murdered by mob members. The Tulsa police force, meanwhile, showed up, broke into pawn shops, and started out handing rifles and pistols and shotguns to members of the mob who were not
Remind
armed.
you, these was the clan. The police back in the day was Klan members, so they was sitting there giving people rifles to kill black people, innocent black people. That's what they did. They didn't have to stop that shit. They didn't have to do it. It was innocent black people they killed. They killed a lot of innocent black people. These was facts. And Brandon Tatum act like he didn't know nothing about it. Like, it's just crazy, bro. The coonery is unacceptable at this point.
And telling them to, quote, get a gun and get an N-word.
Bad news. Call on, sir. Don't worry. I'll call my
That
guy.
damn commercial, bro.
So good news.
And telling them to, quote, get a gun and get an N-word. African Americans, the men at the courthouse, meanwhile, fought their way back to Greenwood. And during the night, there were attempts by whites to invade Greenwood. But because it was nighttime, because there weren't a lot of street lights, African Americans were able to defend their homes. Shortly before dawn, there was a crowd of whites. We really don't know how many. Certainly 2,000, maybe as many as 5,000 white men.
Listen, they was burning down our shit during the day because they couldn't see at night because it wasn't no street lights like that. Even though electricity was there at the time, but it wasn't a lot of street lights in the fucking South like that. It wasn't. You go down the South now, there ain't a lot of street lights. You know what I mean? So I just need y'all to understand that. But anyway, let's move on.
Women, even children, armed, were prepared to invade Greenwood. A siren went off.
Boo, you want chicken?
Me?
Yeah, you want fried chicken?
Yes.
All right, Daddy, cook fried chicken. Okay?
Daddy, thank you.
Okay.
And this mass invasion happened. Any African Americans who fought back were murdered. Others fled the city as quickly as possible. And sort of systematically,
okay?
Building by building, house by house.
Then no, we are not on the same page.
Well, let me finish and you tell me where I'm wrong. In that fight, there was a lot of black businesses destroyed in Tulsa, Oklahoma. They rebuilt, I don't know, maybe 3 or 4 years later, and they begin to continue to succeed. Is that not factual?
No, that is not factual.
He said, hold on.
I'm sure she's gonna say
He
that,
said
but-
what? Hold on.
Then no, we are not on the same page.
Well, let me finish.
Hold on. What the fuck this nigga just say? Oh.
Let me finish and you tell me where I'm wrong. In that fight, there was a lot of black businesses destroyed in Tulsa, Oklahoma. They rebuilt, I don't know, maybe 3 or 4 years later, and they begin to continue to succeed. Is that not factual?
No. People, oh my God. See, coonery take you to a whole nother level because it's just lies. Coonery take you to lies. Yo, they burnt people. Do your history about Black Wall Street. They burnt that shit down. It is people that they didn't even find. They built over the bones of black people there. What the fuck is this nigga talking about? Listen, outside of slavery, that's the most horrible shit that ever happened to us. The number one thing. But second to that is fucking the shit that happened in Black Wall Street. They burned down everything. This nigga said 3-4 years they built. Who built? Black people ain't built shit. You ever been to Black Wall Street? To this day. Have you ever been to Black Wall Street? White people own that shit. Ain't no black land like that, nigga. This nigga just genuinely lying. So we built this shit 3-4 years later. Are you fucking crazy? If we built that shit 3-4 years later, why have y'all ever been to Black Wall Street? Have y'all ever been there? Or just research it. Nigga, we don't own shit like that. This thing is literally, oh my God. Let's move on. This is horrible, bro.
I'm wrong. In that fight, there was a lot of black businesses destroyed in Tulsa, Oklahoma. They rebuilt, I don't know, maybe 3 or 4 years later, and they begin to continue to succeed. Is that not factual?
No, that is not factual at all. I'm sure she's going to say that, but much of this wealth was destroyed in the 1921 race massacre, which left hundreds of residents dead. Violent mob destroyed more than 1,200 homes across 35 city blocks, and more than 300 homes were looted. White rioters decimated more than $27 million of black property in today's dollars.
The white mob would loot and then set things on fire. And by the end of the day, Greenwood was gone.
The 1921 Tulsa
They burnt Greenwood, which was Black Wall Street. They burnt that shit down. They was going to every part with, listen, and you talking about mobs of people. And they dropped bombs on shit. Where black people were standing their ground, there was more of them than these racists coming in on foot. The federal government was bombing shit. And this dude is sitting here and talk, and it was all over. They allowed us in that time to come back and rebuild in 3-4 years. Nigga, are you crazy? This nigga is out of his damn mind, man. Oh my God, Brandon Tatum. God damn, yo. Oh, nigga, you really hate being black. I'm serious, bro. Like, a part of me feels sorry for you. It is no way you hate being black that much, bro. To lie about some, you think that they allowed us to come back and rebuild in 3-4 years? Are you crazy, nigga? Black people, we came back. If they go over your narrative, they say that we raped a woman. And you think they let us come back to that time and rebuild. At that time. Are you crazy, nigga? That's how you know this nigga be lying, man. He making up shit. That ain't never happened. If that's the case, then why black people don't own none of that then? Because this is before the civil rights era. You said 3-4 years after that, Black Wall Street shit massacre. We came back 3-4 years later. Then why we still don't own a lot of that shit there now? Because that had nothing to do with welfare, none of that. We were still segregated. And we don't own none of it? This nigga's crazy, man. Let's move on.
Resulted in a decline in home ownership, lower average occupational status, net worth, and educational attainment for blacks in Tulsa. The community has yet to recover from the destruction of wealth 100 years ago. Because how can you? Homes and businesses were destroyed. The wealth that you had accumulated was stolen while they were rioting and killing black people. How could it be rebuilt in 3 years? How could you even regain that? The fact is you absolutely can't. But he's going to say because they rebuilt Tulsa, that means black people had the same opportunity to rebuild their wealth. They couldn't.
No.
What's the truth? What happened there?
I mean, the truth is that a community of successful black people who were succeeding under capitalism were directly targeted because
They were not
of
directly
that
targeted. It was a
success.
conflict.
Yes.
It was a conflict between a black man, I believe it was a black man.
It started when a
and white.
black man was accused of lynching,
No,
or not
it
lynching, was
was
accused of.
Well, dude, my bad.
Let's bring an O'Neill and the Denver Outlaws.
Let's get back
Started
to
when a black man was accused of lynching,
No,
or not
it
lynching,
was
was
not.
accused of being a woman, and then because of that, there was this anger, and a mob started.
Inappropriate behavior with a woman.
He does anything in his power to blame black people for anything they've been
He
accused
said
of.
it was inappropriate with a black man doing something with a white woman. Let me just say, let's go over his dumbass narrative. People, do y'all understand what was going on in the 1920s? Black people had no rights. They had no say, nigga. We was less than. We had no rights. Nothing. We was segregated. You had Jim Crow and all that shit come. Like, what the fuck is this nigga talking about? We were just coming out of us being free as slaves in the South. And everything in the South wasn't free with slaves. Like this nigga he's wilding. He really think we was free. Nigga. Wow, bro. You cannot coon this much. This coonery is like, this is outlandish, nigga. Like, you out of your mind, bro. So the whole shit of our whole town that we had got burnt down, got taken out, and we came back 3 years later and we got it. Well, why we don't have it now? What happened? You gonna blame that on Biden and them? You gonna blame it on welfare? What the fuck is this nigga talking about? Why we ain't get it back? If that's the case, we got it back, then why we still don't have it? I'm just saying, back in those days, why we don't have none of that shit? 3 years later, did we get it back? Did we get everything back that we had? Oh, this nigga, oh my God. This nigga is crazy, man. Yo, you hate being black. Yo, just admit that. Stop trying to pretend you care about black people. You just lying and disrespecting us. Let's move on, man. That's
Clearly
just
doesn't know the
crazy.
story or what he's talking about. But now he's saying the black man who stepped on a white woman's foot was inappropriate.
The first shots rang out from black people, shooting and killing several white people.
False. I just told you. A white man from a white mob tried to disarm a black man who was protecting the jail that was holding the black man who was falsely accused of rape from the white mob going in there and lynching him. They tried to take a black man's gun and a shot went off. That's what happened.
So how many black people were killed in total?
Oh, I don't know how many black people were killed in total. I just know black people fired
Well,
the first shot.
can I tell you? It was 300.
How many
And
white
that's
people were
like a low
How many white people were
estimate.
killed?
They not as
The nigga said, I know that the white racist told me that the black man shot off first. He don't tell you about the tussle. Even though the black man got the gun, there's a white man that rushed him, and that's why the gun went off. These are facts. Like, this nigga is sitting there, oh, they shot, like, he was trying to make it seem like the black man that got in the tussle with the white man that was tussling with him with the gun, he was trying to shoot at people. That's not what happened, bro. God damn, Brenton. Like, yo, you hate being black that much, you allow on your own people. Oh my God, bro. This shit is sad. Let's move on, y'all.
So how many black people were killed in total?
Oh, I don't know how many black people killed in total. I just
He
know
don't
black
know,
people
though.
fired
Well,
the
I
first
do.
shot.
Can I tell you?
Well,
It was
okay.
300.
How many
And
white
that's
people
like
killed?
a low
How many white people
estimate.
killed?
Not as many, because it was a riot
Because what
against the
happened
black
was white
community.
people came up into Tulsa, Oklahoma. It became a
Can I ask
violent
you a question?
confrontation, and white people overran the black people in that
Can I ask
confrontation.
you?
They bombed Tulsa. It was a race massacre.
Because it kind of feels like you're defending.
And I need y'all to understand something. What he won't say is that we got bombed. That the bombs and all that shit, that comes from the federal government. These local KKK members, these local motherfuckers that's racist, that stormed us and did what they did, they had no fucking bomb to drop on us, nigga. That racist government was not FBI. All that shit, they was not allowing them to have that. That came from the FBI. That came from the federal government. These niggas, they wasn't trusting them with no bomb dropping bombs. That ain't come from them. He ignores that. That's how we know that nigga, when they were dropping bombs on us, that didn't come from no fucking local Klan members. They had no control of that. No bombs. They might have connects to our racist people in government, but they had no bombs. Drop missiles and shit, drop bombs and blow our shit up like that. They had nothing like that. These are facts. That nigga won't talk about that though. But anyway, let's move on. Can't believe this nigga, man.
A violent confrontation, and white people overran the black people in that confrontation.
They bombed Tulsa. It was a race massacre.
Because it kind of feels like you're defending the race rioters.
I'm not defending any race riots. I'm saying it's a conflict that happened.
Can
You're
you
saying
acknowledge
that
that
it's
this
targeted.
is one example in
You're
which white
saying-
people hurt black people unjustly?
You're saying.
You just said this is one.
What you're trying to say is that black people are doing their own thing, and a bunch of white people just came up and destroyed all their property just because. That wasn't what happened.
That
The
wasn't
conflict.
This happened time and time again, where they use one.
So
incident.
you're saying, so he's saying that you believe that a black man from a county that come from being free amongst black folks went into an elevator and seen a white woman and raped her. That's basically what he's saying. Why would a free black man that's amongst free black people and only doing black people shit that will go and rape a white woman? Why would he do that? Like, why would that black... Let's move on, bro. This dude is crazy, man. He's a sellout to his people, and this shit is crazy.
What you're trying to say is that black people are doing their own thing, and a bunch of white people just came up and destroyed all their property just because. That wasn't what happened. The conflict.
This happened time and time again, where they use one incident. They just need one little spark where they can justify violence against black people in largely black successful towns, areas, cities. There have been tons of massacres, just like what happened in Rosewood.
Here's a picture of all the black massacres that have occurred in America. And these massacres have occurred in black towns where the black population was attacked and killed by white people unprovoked. Every time we created a town or safe space, it was burned down.
It's the same thing with Rosewood. It's the same shit. So he blaming black people for racist white people to come in and destroy our shit. That's what he's saying. Like, what the fuck is this? What is Brian Tatum? Do you understand what you're doing, bro? You're pushing the stereotype that even with our ancestors, they did this. We were slaves. So listen, you might as well say we wanted to be slaves in this country. Oh, I'm sorry. No, you'll take the Candace Owens route. That say, oh, it was some black people that sold us from Africa. And we deserve our African brothers and sisters that came here to be slaves that helped create us. We deserve that because our black people did it. They allowed us to be slaves. They sold us. Like, nigga, what is wrong with you, bro? What is wrong with you, man? Anyway, let's move on.
All but destroyed by white people.
It was a conflict that occurred that caused that to happen.
But you know the KKK existed, right?
It did.
Yes,
In
white
the South.
supremacy existed, and that was in
In
the
the
South. Where's
South.
Oklahoma?
I didn't say that white supremacy don't exist. We're not arguing.
Yes, that was the point, though.
I'm not arguing that the Ku Klux Klan didn't have a negative effect on the black community. We're not arguing that.
But that's what we are arguing. The whole point of this prompt is that black people hurt the black community more than white people. And these are some examples of white people hurting the black community. And every time I give you one, you say no.
I usually try and stay away from token or self-hating arguments. Oh my
Listen,
God.
let me say this. When black people hurt black people in this day and age, that's because you niggas don't know no better. I ain't giving you no pass, but you niggas hurt your people. I did it, so I know better. Right? I ain't not I'm giving you a pass. It's just that I know you. So when you niggas start talking that shit to me, I'm like, yo, you hurt our people, nigga. Who the fuck are you to talk to me? Right? Like, in a way. Right? But for a white person, or some of you cool niggas be like trying to bring up black shit. Oh, you used to do it? Yeah, I used to. I do more good than bad. And I stand on that. So ain't none of you cool niggas can say shit to me. I don't give up on my people. Either as well. I don't turn my back on my people. My people is my people. If they doing bad, even if they doing bad right now, I still got they back. Like, yo, you need me to help you? I got you. They do bad, I criticize them. I let my people know. I don't not fuck with my people. Because that shit gonna make me look bad. Then I already look bad. Listen, let me just say this. Already look bad. Because I did harm to my people. So I already look bad. So you can't make me feel no bad or worse about myself. Already hurt my people. So my whole purpose is to help my people. Because I know better now. I ain't trying to hurt my people. So all these fuck niggas that try to say that, oh, bring up gang shit. Okay, bring it up, nigga. I used to be a gang member. So what? Used to be in the streets. So what? I'm gonna try to help my people. Like you endorsing gangster shit. Nigga, no, I ain't endorsing gangster shit. The gangster niggas know. I ain't trying to endorse them. But I tell you one motherfucking thing, they know I ain't gonna turn my back on them. Because I want to help them. I want to get them out of that shit. You the ones scared of them and don't want to help them. So that's a difference. I'll be honest about that. Niggas always acting like they like that. You know what I mean? Or you bought your people. I get my people when they down. Well, it's easy to go with your people when they up good and they doing good. That shit feel good, don't it? But nah, I don't feel good unless I help my people that's doing bad. I don't turn my back on my people that do bad. Because I've been there before. I was them. I was them before they was themselves. So, nah, nigga, I'm good. Tell my people, nigga, ain't nothing gonna change about me. That's that nigga Brandon Tatum be gonna help a nigga that did bad. Let that nigga kiss his ass and be a sellout. Bitch ass nigga.
What is this argument? Token, self-hating. That's exactly what it is. I don't know why you work to stay away from it when it's clearly in your face, but that's what this is. Officer Tatum really uses his platform and his voice to do anything and everything he can to praise white supremacy and shit on the black community. And I don't think that's ever been more clear than this conversation about Black Wall Street. But shout out to my channel and Patreon members. Thank you for supporting and thanks for watching.
Nah, I be one motherfuckers to understand that. I'm a former street nigga. Ain't no way I gotta kiss a nigga in the streets ass. Right? I ain't gonna kiss no nigga in ass in the streets. For what? I've been at it already. So what I gotta kiss your ass for? But think about these niggas. This nigga Brandon Tatum, he ain't never been a street nigga. Because you grew up in it, don't be your street nigga. He ain't no fucking clue. That's why he disrespect niggas. That's why he disrespect black people. The way he do. That nigga ain't never been no street nigga. He grew up around street people. I get it. I know plenty of niggas. I got cousins. I got cousins that grew up in street shit, ain't never commit no crimes a day in their life. I don't treat them no different. I got respect for them more. Because they learn from me and learn from us. That was in that street shit. I don't hold that against them because they, like, you get what I mean? The reason I don't fuck with a lot of them, honestly, that's on some family shit. But I don't fuck with them is because of the fact, like, yo, somebody like you better. I know family members just like him. They act like him. Act like they better. Like, you ain't better than nobody. Ain't none of us. I'm not better than no nigga that, like, you know what I mean? Like, understand, ain't no nigga in the streets. I don't give a fuck where you come from. Ain't street nigga. You ain't better than me. Nigga, I've been through that. I lost niggas more than you or just as much as you. I seen people die in my motherfucking presence. So ain't no nigga better than me. Niggas talk gangster, but they not gangster like that. It ain't about being gangster. It's about acting like you better. You ain't better, bro. I'm a different nigga. I come from real street shit. I watch niggas die. And just because everybody don't express your shit don't mean that they ain't express something that come from that street shit if they grew up in it. So I'll be respectful to that. But I don't respect people to try to pretend that they better. You ain't better than me, bro. And I don't want no nigga to consider me gangster. You more gangster. I don't fuck that gangster shit. Niggas ain't. First of all, niggas be talking real shit. They be talking shit out their mouth. They not gangster niggas like that. Like I said, if you ain't a grown ass adult and die for shit, like I'm willing to die for shit. If you ain't on my level of doing that shit, you think it's just being gangster on some gangster shit that you grew up in. No, I'm gangster because, nigga, I die for moral shit. That's how many niggas, these niggas, even if they out the game, a lot of them, they ain't gonna die for no shit. Niggas ain't gonna kill nobody. Like, they ain't gonna do shit. That's why I said, niggas ain't on my level, bro. I'm a different nigga. Ain't nobody gonna die or kill a nigga like I would. They won't do it. All these niggas is fugazi ass niggas. That's real talk. Ain't nobody gangsters like that, bro. You know what I mean? I know niggas that been out the game. I knew niggas was real gangster niggas, and they won't do what I do even now. So I know. But I ain't mad at niggas. Do your own shit, but don't talk about another nigga you ain't willing to do nothing that another nigga would do. If you ain't willing to do it, then why the fuck you talking? Are you talking gangster? Because you ain't gangster like that. And like I said, ain't no nigga gangster than another nigga. You don't know what nobody go through, bro. There's niggas I know, I talk to young niggas. Shit they go through. And I'm like, damn. When niggas trying to act like they more gangster than another nigga. You ain't gangster like that. Anyway, leave your comments. Hit that like button. Support your boy. It's your boy, Mr. OBI. Peace and love to the world.